Hey, what's up? Y'all know who it is, man. The Dolphins D, we already in here. Ready to turn up this year. He gon' get it.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium.
We gon' defend. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We gon' defend. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We got the whole squad with me now. Train to go. Come play games if you want to. Try to crash eyes. You done took the wrong route. We gon' crash in you like a stunt dude. Check y'all like 1, 2. Tap your head like your uncle. You wanna ride, stay buckle. It get loud down here, get wild down here. Turn the field to a jungle. Never disrespect the squad. It's defended by a line and some beats on the feast on our position. Another line in the back singing to the ER just in case you got through. The first line was tripping. But if for some reason it get crazy, I got watchers on the corner for my safety. Everybody here well coached. Change the weather under pressure, stay cool like an AC. Woo! But we still make heat. Woo! Was you trying to play me? We be 3+ AD, but I'm a fool so low. Can't not do great beat. Be great, only way to do great things. Hit hard, only way to make a statement. Come up in our territory, make a payment. Or be in debt with your neck. Gotta we gon' defend. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad.
I hit them boys. We throw them toys. Got in that QB. We them boys. We the realest. We go gorillas. We out here, homie. You gon' feel us. Don't make me come down. Get in that box. Like I'm red. I'll knock your socks. Won't play y'all boys. Cause we some bullies. We'll take your cookies. Cause y'all some rookies. I'm in the building. Me and Shot Jones. We do lane. We don't play zone. We play that man. So guard your hands. I see your eyes. You're scared, man.
We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. We gon' defend. Homie, this side. And we gon' defend. Let me hear you say, his squad. Yeah.
Emmanuel Ogbe, part of the Buffet Boys. Shout out Solo D. Shout out to DWA. Let's eat.
Yo, Solo. You know they just say you gotta make a hit squad part 2. But you know, man, we hungry this time, man. We gotta eat this time. Back in the beast mode. AFC was trying to rap up the East Coast. Take shots, fall back, then reload. Get the powder time to slap up these foes. Anytime we hit the field, then we must play. Any boys my heart, man, I must say. Try to stay on one route like the busway. Trying to eat teams up like a buffet. Eat the offense like a buffet. Eat the quarterback like a buffet. Eat the running back like a buffet. Eat the wide receiver like a buffet. Eat the whole line like a buffet. Eat the coach up like a buffet. Eat the fan base like a buffet. Stay on one route like the busway. I say and not quote. Go hard or go home is the motto. A pick or a sack is the lotto. Let's cook them like Emerald Lagasso. My bad, Lagasse. He going south, that is not me. Hungry for greatness, so I eat. Stay in my zone like a Bob E. Jumping off the edge like E and Shaq. Straight pressure, never easing back. Protection on the way you gon' get wins. Split through the middle like Wilkins. Got some backers on the back that's gon' back me up. Straight action, we be acting up. Tell Coach Drop his best plan, but it still get snatched by X-Man. Cause we back in the beast mode. AFC, we tryna rap up the East Coast. Take shots, fall back, then reload. Get the powder, time to slap up these foes. Anytime we hit the field, then we must play. Any boys going hard, man, I must say. Try to stay on one route like the busway. Trying to eat teams up like a buffet. Eat the offense like a buffet. Eat the quarterback like a buffet. Eat the running back like a buffet. Eat the wide receiver like a buffet. Eat the whole line like a buffet. Eat the coach up like a buffet. Eat the fan base like a buffet.
Eating like a buffet, it be a long day, we ain't gon' play. Yeah, them boys green, no subway. Pick the ball off X and BJ. I don't care about what he and she say, that's nonsense. Check the replay, I work overnight and it's early morning, but I'm turned up cause it's game day. They don't really want it with your boy. O-line really get destroyed. Ex-Patriot, Cal Van Noy, put him on his butt, hurt everyone. What's a grown man to a boy? Jam him at the line, dare you to throw it. Discipline coach Brian Flores, never getting rattled to the boys. Fans better pay attention, even social distance. I got a witness and you know we blitzing, but mind your business. Christian Wilkins on the line of scrimmage, far from timid, pushing to the limit, rubber engine. You know we gotta get it, Nick Needle. You know we gonna bring it, Van Ginkle. Take it to the business, fins up till my life is finished. Say it with my chest cause I meant it. A lie, no why, I admit it. New era, yeah, our division. A win streak, we just keep on winning. So a loser, tell them suck the limit. Bills with the Jets in New England. Miami top dogs where you hear me.
Back in the beast mode. AFC, we tryna rap up the East Coast. Take shots, fall back, then reload. Get the powder, time to slap up these foes. Anytime we hit the field, then we must play. Any boys going hard, man, I must say. Try to stay on one route like the busway. Trying to eat teams up like a buffet. Eat the offense like a buffet. Eat the quarterback like a buffet. Eat the running back like a buffet. Eat the wide receiver like a buffet. Eat the whole line like a buffet. Eat the coach up like a buffet. Eat the fan base like a buffet. Stand one round like the busway.
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fits. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we en route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, you gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say tour from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and now it's time to lay the smack down. You think you Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit them with the people's elbows. Stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no, all day I dream about sports. I think I need some Shaquem custom with some darkest colors, just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem, like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on the show. But the young man up, in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings, cash out on investment. Ball out, don't choke. Fans want all the smoke. Chris Greg gave hope. Coach flow like spoke. Damn Marina still a GOAT, but to a man on go. Watch to a man throw. Watch to a man scope. Watch to a man dishes that we never ever seen before. Fans up, let win. Boy, I'm ready for a ring. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. This damn week use 10.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
So low, so low, so low, so low, so low, so low, deep.
Hey guys, I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta DolFan Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal DolFan Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D. That's right. Right here on the #1 Miami fan morning show. I'm talking about Clock Blockers, baby. And it is Spread Kindness Friday. You know I love Spread Kindness Friday. Spread Kindness Friday, what it's all about is just, exactly what it means. Spread a little bit of kindness. Today, you have a goal. And that is to go out into the world and spread a little bit of kindness. And I'd love to hear your stories about Spread Kindness Friday. So you ever want to share your story, put it in the chat box using the hashtag Spread Kindness Friday. Also, guys, if you have not done so already, hit that like button. I'm not playing with y'all. Hit it. Tap it. Love it. Whatever it is. Make sure you drink it with your coffee. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is a wonderful, amazing morning. I have to admit, I'm very tired. I stayed up till like 3 a.m. last night doing stuff after the wonderful and amazing roundtable session that we had last night. If you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, well, you guys were missing out. We had a great DolFan Chat roundtable last night. K Flexen came through. Reason came through. Wade was there. A couple of the guys from MSMpodcast. It was so much fun. And we talked a little bit about everything. So, guys, make sure you guys check that out. It's really, really cool if you guys haven't done so already. Wonderful. Look, like I said, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, because there's so much content, amazing content, and you don't want to miss out on it. Guys, this morning, this is your show. Normally, I have Cam on with me on Friday mornings. Now, Cam, as you guys saw yesterday, was at a hotel. His daughter is in a swim meet, an Olympic trial swim meet. Yeah, he's going to be on a little bit later with us, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So this morning, I need you guys to fill in for Cam. I need my co-host this morning. So I put in the description the link to jump on this morning, because honestly, I'm running on empty this morning, people. Let's go. And if this is me running on empty, imagine what it's like when my tank is full, because that's usually how it is. Chef Zhu says, subscribe, like, share, and become a member today. Exactly. Become a member today. Let's go. Mike Sensible said, good morning, Stephen D. Vic says, hey, guys. Hey, Vic, I didn't see you guys in the chat last night. Come on. Freddie Carlos Ortiz says, Friday, baby. Friday. Chef Zhu says, can you mod Miss Pamela and Doug B? Thank you, fam. All right. I will have to do that. I'll have to look into that. Let's see here. Big Dan 305 says, let's go Fins. NorCal says, wake and bake clock blockers. I like it. I like the wake and bake clock blockers. That's good stuff. Guys, I'm going to remind you guys, too, if you haven't done so already, if you want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, there's a couple different ways you guys can do that. You guys can use the Super Chat, okay? Super Chat is really easy. There's 3 different steps. You'll see down at the bottom of the chat, you'll see the $sign. You guys can donate there. That's step 1. Step 2, you either hit Super Chat or Super Sticker. And step 3, you just go over to how much you want to donate. I tell people all the time, even $1 counts. It does not matter. It all goes to helping the channel grow. Your donation helps us be able to put out new and amazing content every day right here on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, right? Right. All right. Yeah. So if you guys want to use Cash App, that's hashtag or that's $sign MSM Podcast Network, and PayPal is also MSM Podcast Network. If you guys want to sign up to become a member today, like all the members in the chat box, you guys sign up. There's 3 different tiers. We got DWA, DWA for life, and DWA loyalty. They are all awesome and amazing tiers. You get different benefits with each tier. And obviously the higher you go, the better the benefits get. So make sure you guys do that. Guys, we have goals each and every day. So today the goal is to get to 100 likes. So let's get to 100 likes. We're already at 12 today. There's 23 of you all watching. Make sure you hit that like button, okay? Hitting the like button is very helpful. It's sacred. It's all about algorithms on YouTube. So hit that like button and share this link on all your social media platforms. Let's make it happen, guys. Duke Tomlinson from across the pond over in Australia says, hello, Stephen. Out here today with my good friend Duke Tomlinson. Duke, I love you, brother. What's going on, man? How are you? Vic says, Olympic Friday. Good Friday. It is Olympic Friday. The opening ceremonies are going on in Tokyo, Japan right now. For the Olympics. I do not have it on. I do want to, though. I am excited. I love the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. It's one of the things I look forward to the most. You will see me over the next couple of weeks talk a lot about it. It'll be good stuff. Chef Zhu, DWA, CWA certified, Solo D, Cop Black. I love it, man. Keep it up, Chef Zhu. Good morning, Duke T from the Down Under. Yeah, let's make it happen, guys. Okay, what else this morning? Okay, this morning we're just going to be real chill. There's not a lot of news coming out. There is some stuff that kind of broke over the evening that I do want to talk about. If you guys want, I want to hear your questions. So make sure you guys use the hashtag DolFan Chat, hashtag Clock Blockers when you guys are doing stuff, because I obviously want to be able to hear your questions and talk to you guys about it, all right? Now, again, as I was stating before, this is your show, okay? So when you guys want to come on, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat box again. And I want you guys to come on. It'll be fun. I want to talk to you guys. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. It is your show this morning. All right. Paste. That is the StreamYard link. It will be so much fun. Ryan AP says, shout out to skateboarding being part of the Olympics for the first time. Haven't been this excited about the Olympics in years. Yeah, it like I said, it'll be a lot of fun. Definitely want to make sure. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm trying to get the opening ceremonies up on the other screen here so that way I can talk to you guys about it while it's going on. But there is some Dolphins news that has come out. And obviously this is DolFan Chat, and I want you guys to talk about it. Ex-linebacker Shaquem Griffin, okay? Shaquem, for those of you who don't know, I believe he is the one with one arm, if I am correct. He's the brother that has one arm. He's part of the twins that played for the Seattle Seahawks. He is visiting the Miami Dolphins today, according to Tom. I believe Tom, NFL Network's Tom Pelissero. I always say that name wrong. is visiting the Miami Dolphins on Friday as training camp approaches. Griffin, a fifth-round selection in 2018, appeared in 46 games for the Seattle Seahawks, registering 1 sack, 6 quarterback hits, 25 tackles, while also adding a sack in the 2019 playoffs. The 26-year-old was released after just 3 seasons. Multiple teams have had interest in Griffin over the course of the 2021 season, but heading to Florida would be an intriguing fit for the UFC alum. Griffin's pass rushing abilities would be welcome fit, who also drafted Jalen Phillips in the first round after the all-season release of Kyle Van Noy. Griffin could not only add depth, but bring competition to the unit of young pass rushers. Dolphins training camp is set to begin on the 27th. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's pretty cool. It'll be very interesting to see what he can bring to it. The reality is I don't know if he will make the team. You got to remember, this is the first time that our team has had depth. I'm going to use that word because we're not used to that word. I'm going to say it again. Depth. We have depth at positions this year for the very first time, and I don't know what to say about it other than, guys, like, be happy about it. Be happy that Shaquem Griffin's coming in here and it's not a big deal because let's be perfectly honest and let's just call a spade a spade. There are guys that are on this team that are on the bubble that would be starters in past years, that because of the depth that we have on this team, and I said this last night during the roundtable, which, by the way, guys, go check out that roundtable. It's solid. I said this last night. Depth is something that we have always wanted. And for teams to be contenders, you have to have depth. You have to have that next man up mentality for people. I don't think Shaquem Griffin would be a starter here on this team. But, man, imagine if he played 25, 45% of the time. Played on special teams. If somebody, God forbid, went down on the linebacking core, I think he could fill in very, very nicely. And Flipside Fishing said the right thing. He didn't have an opportunity to play with Seattle. I don't know how much of an opportunity he would have to play here. That's the truth. This is a very, very good football team. And so we are bringing him in for depth. I love saying that word because I'm just not used to saying it as a Dolphins fan. Depth. Ryan AP says, look what JPP did to the Super Bowl, wrecked havoc all game. Yes, you are correct. And that man had a fireworks. I think his hands look like this, if I'm correct now, because the fireworks. People don't play with fireworks. Go ask Jason Pierre-Paul. I'm serious. Like it's gory looking to see what happened with him. He's got some speed. Might be an advantage having one hand in pass rush. I don't know if having one hand is an advantage, but I don't think it's a disadvantage for him either, considering he's played like that his entire life. When you are used to playing some way an entire life, and nobody's treating you different, I think that that's a good thing. And so I think Shaquem Griffin would be that for us. Again, I am super excited about it. Look, I don't know if you guys also saw, there's a concert that's going down at the Hard Rock Stadium called the Rolling Loud Tour. And outside of the stadium is where it's going to be at. And there's a huge stage that has like humongous speakers. And if you guys go to Twitter right now and look up Rolling Loud Tour collapse, it's funny and it's not funny all at the same time. Nobody got hurt, so to me it's hilarious. It's totally something that type in, I'm going on Twitter right now, Rolling Loud collapse. All right, here we go. So, yeah, I'm going to put it up on the screen. Share. That is the collapse. That's what happened. That's kind of scary if you really think about it, what happened. Could you imagine, like, being working at Hard Rock Stadium? Like, you had to have heard that. Like, the whole stage collapsed. the whole stage collapse. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with that. I mean, that's scary to think about. Let's see here. Chef Shu says, I agree, Stephen D. We definitely need the depth so we can keep the chains moving with the guys having a next man mentality, especially on defense. Hey, man, I'm with you, Chef Shu, all day. All day. Again, the opening ceremonies for the 2020 Olympics is here. Share screen. I'm excited to see. Well, my man is oiled up, son. Yeah, I mean, look, the opening ceremonies is, to me, the best part of the Olympics. I love it a lot. The Jamaica say, you can't believe. Jamaica, we are the bobsled team. Okay. This is the Summer Olympics. It's not the Winter Olympics. It's always so cool to see the players or the athletes in the uniforms that they end up doing. Hey, Duke, look at your Australia team, Duke. Shout out to Duke Tomlinson in the chat, who is from Australia, lives there. And their country has just been chosen to host the 2032 Olympic Games. All right, Duke, we're coming to your place in 2032, bruh. I'm coming. I need a place to stay in 2032. I'm just saying, Duke. I'm just saying. Now, is the Summer Games where they let all the athletes in and then they do the ceremony? I'd be interested to know that. I'm assuming that's the case. There are some Olympics where I forget which one that they do the parade before and then they do the parade after. And I'm not sure what the Summer Olympics are, but it would be very interesting to know that. Yeah. Look, it's gonna be fun watching it. It's gonna be so much fun watching the Olympics. All right, enough about the Olympics. Let's back to the Dolphins chat this morning. Guys, I want to talk to you. I want to hear from you. What do you guys want to talk about? What are you excited most for going into training camp? That was the question this morning on Spread Kindness Friday. Training camp begins. What are you most looking forward to is the Dolphin chat of the day. So I would love to know that. I want to know, obviously, your Spread Kindness. What are you guys most looking forward to do on your Spread Kindness Friday? And what are your top stories that you're looking into for top stories for training camp? I'm very interested to know that. All right, so let's come back here. Let's bring it back to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show. And I am interested to know. So what are you guys most looking forward to? There's so many different things to kind of talk about, right? So I think the first things first, I thought last night the guys brought up a very good, a very interesting thing here. And I think the offensive line is going to be something that we have to look at, especially in training camp and going into the preseason, right? So there was a lot of additions added to the offensive line this year. Matt Skura, DJ Fluker, Jermaine Elmanor, excuse me, Liam Eschenberg, Larnell Coleman, Robert Jones, and Cameron Tom. Key departures were Ted Karras, Eric Flowers, and Julian Davenport, all which have found homes elsewhere. It'll be very interesting to kind of see. I look at the entire team as a whole, and I think center's the one for me that's going to be very interesting, right? Matt Skura is a former Ravens offensive lineman. It'll be very interesting. Skura played 1,824 reps in pass protection, which is 5 total sacks and 9 quarterback hits allowed, according to Pro Football Focus. That's pretty good. Those numbers are really, really good. But the issue is his yips. And if he gets inside his own head and he starts making bad snaps and we start turning the ball over, that is not good. That is not good at all. So center's going to be very important, and Skura is going to have to come out and play. Now, here's a reality of some of the conversation we were having last night on the Dolphins Chat Roundtable is, why haven't the Dolphins addressed this if it's such a big concern? And I think, and what we kind of came up with is the reality of it is, I don't think that the front office and the coaching staff think that Skura is bad. I think they believe in him. I think they believe in what he can do. And so when all that happens and you have all that faith and belief in what a player can do, it'll be interesting. He was only penalized 11 times and 3,374 career reps. So that means once every 306 snaps, he gets a penalty. That's discipline. That is discipline. But the yips, again, is what I am concerned about. You look at these numbers, these are great numbers. They are. But there's a reason that this 6'3", 310-pound offensive lineman was pretty much just given away. And that's what scares me. That's what scares me. Michael Dieter is also going to be clamoring for that center position. It'll be interesting. Nobody on the offensive line factory, that is the Wisconsin Badgers, made more starts in Madison than Michael Dieter's 54 consecutive from freshman to senior year. Dieter started 15 games as a rookie with 996 playing reps. He played tackle, guard, and center going back to his time in college. He played 23 snaps in 2020. But head coach Brian Flores recognized an urgency in Dieter's approach. I think when you get to year 2 or year 3, there's a sense of urgency, which he has, and you can see that. To earn a bigger role, he's definitely got to work towards that. But he knows where the competition will be there and where the best man will be. So, look, Michael Dieter, there are people that are within the organization and within the fan base that think that it'll be interesting to see what Michael Dieter does. Some people think that he's going to start. I don't think. I am not one of those people. Raging's Dolphin Maniac, would you be opposed for trading X for a center? No, I don't want that to happen. Especially straight up. Bad trade. Steven, what was the quality of guard play for the Ravens center before coming here? Just curious. I did answer that. I don't know if you thought I didn't. Matt Skura had the yips. And before the yips, he was one of the top offensive linemen, according to Pro Football Focus. After the yips, he was not. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Why has the center been addressed? Because Grier's decision-making sucks sometimes. I don't think it sucks sometimes, AB. I just think that here's a reality. He's hit on a lot of things. Grier has hit on a lot of things already. He's also missed on a lot of things too. I look at the offensive line, and I have to see 2 things this year. I have to see quality of play improvement. There's a reality to that, right? I have to be able to see the opportunities where they come in and dominate. They have to dominate. That offensive line has to take care of their quarterback and make sure that he doesn't get hit, and has to allow this running back by committee the opportunity to take the ball and run it. And it doesn't matter if we have a workhorse in the backfield or not. The running back by committee, if you have a strong offensive line, is great. You can succeed with it. I don't know if Grier's I hate to say that Grier's decision-making sucks because he has hit on a lot of really good things. The offensive line, he has, it's got to be what happens this year, AB. And so that's where that comes into play. I just got a Google alert about Griffin can never get enough pass rushers. Yes, we already talked about this morning there, Ryan. I think that Shaquem Griffin being in town right now would be such a big deal, and I would love to see it. Mark Norcal says, people bashing Grier don't make sense to me. I want to see it happen. I want to see Grier become GM of the year. I think he's that good. You got to realize Grier is a mastermind when it comes to trade making. He essentially, in all sense of purposes, is one of the biggest reasons Bill O'Brien is not in the NFL right now. Because he straight took him and robbed that man. He robbed him of everything without a gun. He robbed him for the entire bank funds of Houston without a gun. Hey, bro, we're going to give you an offensive lineman, and yes, we're going to turn that thing into 4 first-round picks. Dude he's a boss. He's a boss. And as long as Waddle hits, I have to say that this past offseason was really good too. Now, Waddle has to hit in order for that to be good. To going back from 3 to 12 and 12 back to 6. Waddle has to hit, and so does Phillips. But I believe both of them are. I believe they're going to be awesome. People bashing Grier don't make sense. Do we have to go through the list of bad decisions? Well, let's go, AB. Why don't you bring it out? Copy the clipboard. All right, I have you up here, StreamYard. The floor is yours if you want to come on. I love you, brother. 2019, this team got torn down to nothing after Tannenbaum ruined the team and the cap. Duke Tomlinson says, Waddle and Phillips is what I'm looking forward to most in camp. Liam Eichenberg has to work out too. Liam Eichenberg, okay, 2 things. AB, if you're going to give that man crap about a pick, about an offensive lineman who did not allow a sack during his tenure at Notre Dame, come on, bro. That's a smart draft pick. I would have loved to see some other guys go ahead of him. I'm not saying that. Penny Saywell maybe even being one of them. But I love the Waddle pick. I think that you have to, come on, guys. AB, is there anybody in here that does not like Grier? Raise your hand. Speak now. I want to hear from you. He says, okay, I'll tell you the list. Ryan AP, seeing the development of the team last year, the new guys we brought it, and how the O-line gets together. If you guys want to come on to the show, I put the link in the description or in the chat box. Please come on. This is your show, guys. Want to make it happen this morning. Gonna have a good time. So let's enjoy each other and let's have a good time. Let's hang out. Make sure you guys hit that like button too. There's 25 of y'all watching, only 17 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. If you guys want to talk about anything besides Dolphins, I'm open to that too. So we'll have to see. Somebody wrote in a Facebook chat, because I'm on Facebook today too. Is Robert Hunt our best O lineman? This is a very good question. Like Solomon Kinley, and I like Robert Hunt. Yeah, I would probably say that Robert Hunt played a key role as a rookie in 2020. He was ranked number 6 on PFF's offensive ranked tackle and run blocking, just behind Terran Armstead of New Orleans. His 14 pressures allowed and consequent 97.3 pass blocking efficiency metric also was really, really good. And was number 2 over the final 7 games of the season. So on the season, Hunt was Miami's highest graded run blocker and posted the culminative pass blocking efficiency of 96.9. Let's see here. Again, I want you guys to come on to the show this morning. If you guys want to come on, have a good time, let's do it, man. Let's have a good time. Let's enjoy each other. And I got people texting me this morning. Let's see here. Stetson says, Fins fam always want the quick fix. We need to trust the process of the team. Stetson, that goes into the conversation of last night. In that the Miami Dolphins fans have PTSD. And K. Flexen hit the nail on the head last night. We've been talking about the offensive line for 20 damn years. For 20 years. We've been talking about we need to rebuild the offensive line and we need to rebuild this team. And in order for us to be Super Bowl contenders, we have to start from scratch. Yeah, look, I'm sick and tired of having the same conversations too. Don't get it twisted. But the reality is that you have to start from A in order to get to B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. You have to. And Grier and Flores, in my opinion, have done the work and have laid the groundwork to move forward. Now, here's a reality. And Reason said this on the channel last night. Excuse me. Reason said this on the channel last night. This is a rebuilding team. Or it was. We're in the third year of technically a rebuild. And if you're going to do things the right way, you usually get 3 years of a rebuild. Now, the reality is this team has overachieved in the first 2 years. Being a game out of the playoffs last year, we overachieved. We won 10 games. Nobody expected us to do that. So we overachieved in the first 2 years. So what does this say about your third year of a rebuild? You don't get your third year. Because now you have to hit. Now, I'm not saying that if we miss and we take a step back this year that everybody's on the hot seat, but it's more than likely that could be the case. Stephen Ross wants to win while he's still alive. He's an old man, and he wants the Dolphins to win. So you have these things. We have to progress this season, and in my opinion, I think we're going 13-4 is my prediction. But I also say that in order for us to really hit the stride we have to win at least one playoff game. We win, not just make the playoffs. We need to win a playoff game. So as long as we win a playoff game, the Dolphins are on the right track this year. All right, AB, I'm listening to you. We had centers and a right tackle we could have taken in the draft and free agency, and we didn't. Kyle Van Noy and Eric Flacker's big contracts, both gone. No running back for some reason. Should we go over the players we could have drafted but didn't? I don't think we had centers and a right tackle that we could have taken in the draft. I don't think that means that the other picks haven't hit. He is betting on another way. Nothing wrong with that. Van Noy and Eric Flowers, they were gone. I'm not mad at it. Did I like Kyle Van Noy when he was here? Of course I did. I'd be stupid to say I didn't. But, and I think they tried to address the running back. We stated that last night in the roundtable, AB. We tried to address the running back situation. But every time somebody jumps up, I think we had a chance to go get Jonathan Taylor. That didn't happen. Somebody jumped up ahead of us. We had a chance to get Javonte Williams. Denver jumped up ahead of us. We tried to sign Kerryon Johnson. We weren't the lowest on the waiver wire. We have tried to make those moves with the right people. And the other thing is we're not just bringing anybody in here. You got to remember that too. Flipside Fishing says, if you want to hate any GM, hate Jeff Ireland. He set us so far back, we are just now recovering from that debacle tenure. Not to mention drafting Noah, who could not even get on the field. Chef Shoe says 13-4, mines as well. Haven't won a playoff game since 2000. You have to win a playoff game this year to have a successful year. I don't care how you get in the playoffs. I don't care if you're the last wild card seed or you're the number 1 or number 2 seed. If the Dolphins were the number 1 or number 2 seed in the AFC, they still have to win a playoff game in order for this season to be successful. Have to win at least one playoff game. Miami win a playoff game. No matter what happens after that, it's a successful season because you're moving forward in the right direction. But that just means next year the stakes are higher, and you have to worry about that too, right? Mark Angelo says, ABAB, a 1 year you judge the rebuild. Not one player drafted in 2021 is good or a bad pick yet. ABAB says 1 year, more like year 3. I love when people, it's all love here, by the way, but I love when you guys are debating. Mike Sensible says, today, let's everyone quit talking about 2NX and let's all celebrate being Dolphins fans. I haven't talked about those two things yet, Mike. But now that you brought it up, I'm just playing, Mike. Jay Farm says, good morning, Chef. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. 31 people watching in the room, 19 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's go. If you guys want to come on and be a member of the show this morning, call in, as they call it, although you'll be streaming in. If you want to stream into the show, here is the stream link. I would love for you guys to come on. Tell me what you guys think about your most exciting things, topics of training camp are. If you want to talk a little opening ceremony, I'm down with that too. DolFan Chat training camp begins. What are you most looking forward to is the topic on Spread Kindness Friday. You guys can also spread a little bit of kindness by donating to the channel, okay? When you guys donate to the channel, it helps the channel grow, okay? Your donations help the channel grow and produce better content. And so I appreciate any time you guys donate, whether it's $1 or $5 or $100. It does not matter. Your donations help. So please donate to the channel, help the channel grow. There's a lot of things we want to do this year. And so when you guys are able to do that, it helps. Thank you very much for any donation you guys send in. If you guys aren't able to do that, hit that like button too. Okay, let's go back to where we were in the chat. Duke Tomlin says, Waddle, Phillips, and Holland will all be great draft picks. Mike says, I just got back on, so I missed some of the takes. That's all right, Mike. I'm sure they'll be re-hit again. Let's see here. I was going through training camp storylines, and the offensive line is something that I want to see. Austin Jackson, Liam Eschenberg, DJ Fluker's a big storyline, right? As a free agent acquisition, Fluker brings versatility and size to the Miami offensive line. Fluker played nearly double all of the football of the most experienced member of the line, which is Jesse Davis, at 6,737 career snaps. He's played tackle exclusively for the Ravens the last 2 years, while surrendering just 5 quarterback hits on 293 pass blocking attempts. The 2 years prior in Seattle, Fluker played 1,645 snaps, all with one snap coming at right guard. The man's 6'5", he's from Alabama, and he weighs 350 pounds. So there's a sense that Fluker, here's the other thing too, there's so much competition at offensive line. A guy like DJ Fluker, the hope is that the competition's going to breed out the best in him, which is what I want to see. Competition brings it all. So I am very interested to see what happens there. Ryan AP says, now that Austin Jackson is good from donating bone marrow to his sister before the draft, I expect a big jump from him. Jay Rose, I think not drafting Sewell will come back and bite us in the ass. Got to protect the quarterback. Jay, look, I love Penei Sewell. I do. And Kay Flexen is very, very scared about it, according to last night's roundtable. But I love Waddle. And there are a lot of teams that had Waddle as the best player on the board behind Trevor Lawrence. There's something to be said about that. And so if you have a guy like Waddle who could be life-altering, change game-altering, like here's a reality that I need people to think about. If Waddle is as great as they say he can be, all right? If he is as great as they say they can be, bro, why not? Like, I think it's such a great draft pick. I'm not mad at it in any way, shape, or form. Did someone say Fluker's in great shape? Not in great shape for our RT. We need to drop at least another 30 pounds. AB is so critical. You're so critical. I love you, but you're so critical. Bernard, who do you all think will have the most interceptions, sacks, and tackles this year? Bernard Simset. All right, let's go. Let's talk about this. Interceptions, X, again, as long as he's on the team. If not, I think it'll be like Brandon Jones. I could see that. But it'll be X. X will have the most interceptions. Jalen Phillips will have the most sacks. And I think the most tackles will probably go into, man, that's a good one. Let's say, I'm going to go Jerome Baker's going to have the most sacks this year, or most tackles this year. Excuse me. Jerome Baker's going to have the most tackles this year. I think he's going to live up to the contract that he got. It'll be interesting. Steven, not critical. You're just too rainbow and flowers, my man. Love your show, though. I want people like you, AB. You're going to make the show better, so keep it up. Bring the heat, my guy. Keep me on my toes. I just, you're right. I am very positive, hence spread kindness, positivity, and love. But, bro, I can't criticize a man and who's only been running the team that I am aware of for 3 years. And he has made some really amazing trades in that time, and he's hit on some really big hits. Compared to the former GMs that have run this squad, Chris Grier's leagues and heights above the rest of those bums. No pun intended for Tannenbaum. I'm just saying. Now, I shouldn't be comparing him to what we've had in the past. I should be comparing him to other great GMs within the league, but I think he's done some stuff that there's no way somebody else would be able to do. So I love the man. I'd give him a big, fat, wet kiss if I saw him. All right, we have our first stream caller of the day. I'm talking about my man, Estefan. What's up, Estefan?
Hey, give me a second, Steven. 1 second.
All right. I will wait for you, my friend. Here, I'll put you back in the back room. Take you off unmute. All right, Estefan, get back on screen and give me the thumbs up. I have you in the back room, so whenever you're ready to come on, I'll let you know. Let's see here. What? Okay, thumbs up. Okay. What's up, brother?
Not much, man. What's good, man?
Hey, man,
I'm
living.
I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you. Where's everybody at, man? Let's start a chat. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm down with a little bit of a panel this morning. If you guys want to come
Let's
on
do
and
it.
join,
That's what it's all
Estefan.
about. That's what it's all about. It's a community, y'all.
I'm definitely with it.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Did you watch the show last night?
I caught a little bit, man. I'm gonna watch it when we're done with this show. I'm gonna catch it after this show. I had some family came into town yesterday, so I couldn't.
Look! Your real family overtook your dolphin family. I see how important we are. Gosh.
Well,
no, man.
I had to say, man. I can't believe you left my man Ogba out on the sack, the most sacks, bro. I think he's going to lead the team.
I think Jalen Phillips is going to be Defensive Player Rookie of the Year.
Nah, I don't know. I think he'll come along. I think it'll take. I think he's going to flash, and then I think he's going to hit. But I think what was that question? The most tackles. I got to go with my man ABG, bro. Andrew Van Ginkel.
And I think Baker's going to do it.
I don't know. I mean, if he can get off the block, maybe he'll produce in that area. But I think AVG or maybe even Bernard McKinney are better a lot to get more tackles than Jerome. I would say AVG because he's coming off the edge. Bernard McKinney is going to be the middle, so he's got a lot more that he's got to deal with. Yeah, man. Well, we'll see.
Well,
I'm not hating on Baker.
I'm reading Miami Dolphins news and notes. McKinney brings his run defending prowess. Prior to missing 12 games in 2020, McKinney averaged 995 snaps played over the previous 4 seasons. So it wasn't until last year he was playing all the time, right? And in those 4 years, McKinney finished tied for 5th, 8th, and 17th in quarterback pressures among off-ball linebackers. He also played in the top 25 among his positional contemporaries in total run stops in 3 of those 4 years. Embracing the physicality of the running game, McKinney uses his thick frame and quick first step to put opposing quarterbacks under duress. Both the tape and McKinney's workout numbers back in 2016 Combine showed the explosive nature of his game, 93rd percentile in both vertical and broad jumps among linebackers. So the kid is good. He's going to bring a whole other level to this defense that we haven't had, a toughness, right? And I'm not saying that their defense isn't tough, but he's going to be something different, right? He's going to make this defense better.
Yeah, I just think that, Jerome is kind of like a heat-seeking missile. But I think AVG is a football player through and through. I think he's special, bro.
Oh yeah.
I think at this point he's probably, it is all about the team and all about winning. And if there's one player that I gotta have on this team, that's the guy. That is the guy, man. I think he's my favorite player, bro. If I'm gonna have to, if you're gonna make me pick one on the other side of the ball, it's probably AVG, bro.
So you got Jalen Phillips, you got Andrew Van Ginkel, you got Vince Bagel, Brandon Scarlett, Jason Strowbridge, Emmanuel Agba, Jonathan Ledbetter, Tyshawn Render, and Nick Coe. There are so many teams that had Jalen Phillips as the number 1 defensive player in the draft. Like, there's something to be said about that. And so Jalen Phillips, he's a beast, man.
Yeah,
he is a beast among men.
I'll say yesterday we went out to dinner, right, with this family that came in town, and it's me and my son. We were sitting in the lobby, we were waiting on our table, and for some reason I just looked up Miami Dolphins news, and there's a picture of Jalen Phillips in his UCLA get-up, his polo and whatnot, and I'm like, this dude looks like one of them damn Mayan Aztecs off of like that big ass scary dude on Apocalypto. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah.
But I'm not making fun of his forehead, but something about how he had his hair tied up back in a
Jalen, if you're watching, I didn't say nothing. That's all. That's when I said that. Bro,
if he just put some war paint on, that dude would look scarier than hell, bro. Jalen Phillips is but his game. You know what? Low key, I liked him a lot, man. But I was like, the whole, his health issue was a concern for me, and it was a concern because we were dealing with Tua, bro, and I was like, that was already enough, man. I was already like, it's overkill dealing with guys that have health concerns, and then bringing Waddle and his limp and whatnot. So, but I got to give it to that guy because his skill set, as far as his moveset on a pass rush, he is more versatile to me than what's the name coming into the league last year, man. I'm more impressed with him than what's the guy went to the Redskins, man. We sat there and debated about him forever, bro, on TV's
from Ohio State.
Yeah, I can't remember his damn name. Why can't I remember his name?
The pass rusher. I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head either.
I know, man. Somebody put it in the comments section.
I made sure I had a lot of his football cards.
Yeah, the thing about him was, his specialty at Ohio State was, just to be, like a blitzer type. That's it. That's all he brought to the table. For the most part, he wasn't that good against the run, bro. let me tell you, I watched plenty of Ohio State games, man, and he was not that good against the run. But you did have to double team the guy. You had to account for him, so you did change the game. And he got better as a pro, but he didn't, as far as, what his tape showed when he was in college, man, he was not, good against the run, bro. And it seemed like he put it together. He got coached up. Washington did a good job. But I wouldn't have drafted him for that reason. I just think that Phillips coming in for the Dolphins, I think he's more of a complete player, in my opinion. His his reaction to the pass, his skill set as far as his pass rush.
Chase Young.
Yeah, there you go. Chase Young. I don't know why I could not. Yeah, Chase Young was dope, man. He was a good player, but I like this kid better, man, to be honest with you, man.
Who?
And that's not me just being a homer, just what they did in college.
Jalen Phillips? Oh, dude, I think I don't want to say that Phillips is better than Chase Young, but what I will say is I'll say
as far as what he put on tape in college, I think he is. I think Chase Young was a specialist as far as one-on-one.
Chase Young changes that whole, like, he is a player that changes your franchise. I think Phillips can be that. I need to see it produce in an NFL game.
Yeah.
Which is why, by the way, I think he's going to have the most sacks.
Yeah, he has potential. That guy has potential to be special, man. He really does, man. So kudos to the Dolphins
I love Emmanuel Ogbah.
Yeah, I love Ogbah, bro. I can't knock that pick though, the Phillips pick, but I do knock the Waddle pick. You've already heard my take on that.
Yeah, I mean, look, and last night, if you'll watch, I mean, look, Kay Flexen was upset that we didn't get Penei Sewell, who was sitting right there, right?
Is that right, man? I didn't know that he felt that way, but yeah. I'm in that boat as well.
But you all have to remember that there were so many teams. We were not the only team that had Waddle as the best player on the draft board behind Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
that says something.
Special. He's a special player, man. He is, man. I want him to rest, bro. He's God gifted, bro. You can't coach some of the stuff that Waddle does, bro.
It can't be coached.
No, man. It's just God-given talent, bro. Like, just rest, bro. Let your foot get better. We don't need you out there, like hobbling around. You know what I mean? Stick that foot in ice, put it back in heat, put it back in ice, wrap it up. You know what I mean? Keep it elevated, whatever the doctor tells you to do, bro, until when it's 100%, you know what I mean? Because, that's when you get out there. Because, I mean, dude, I am an advocate for letting stuff heal, bro. And right now is the time because you're not going to be able to do it during the season, bro. They're going to want you out there on the field, hurt or not. You're going to be out there, bro. Right now is the time to rest and recover. So
Rashad Brown says, Jalen lacks the strength I want from my defensive end. Bro, I have heard a lot of knocks about Jalen Phillips. Lacks of strength has not been one of them. That man is a beast. Duke Tomlin says, Ogbah, Wilkins, Davis, and Phillips equal elite potential. Dolphin Don says, Phillips is a high emotional warrior. Gets criticized for it, but I say it's a plus.
Well, I wouldn't put that comment about Wilkins. I wouldn't. I mean, he's rumored to be getting traded. He's not really in my opinion, he's not a 0. He's not a 3 technique. He's more of a 4-3 D tackle. You know what I mean?
Samuel Sanchez. I have that clown Esteban on my show because he came on to the show. And you know what? I'm putting the StreamYard in. If you want to come on and challenge Esteban wants that smoke. He's all for it.
Yeah, you can bring it, bro. You can bring it.
It's all PG-13. That's all I have.
No, it's all good. I mean, if you want to be a keyboard warrior, I don't even know what he said, bro. I'm walking and talking, homie. I ain't even looking at the screen. I ain't worried about haters, bro.
Everyone's tune will change after they see Waddle do his thing on the field. Bank on it, George Albany says. What else here? Cool thing about the line backing core is that they're versatile and can be moved around, play multiple positions. I agree. It's funny because in this thing that I'm doing here, they're like defensive line that are edge rushers, and it's you are correct. There are so many different things that I see here. I see edge on ball linebackers, off ball linebackers, defensive line into it's just a lot of different things here.
I mean, think about it, bro. If you have on third down, bro, let's say let's say it's third and short, bro. You got Jenkins as your nose tackle, bro, and you got Bernard McKinney that's short up the middle. What are you gonna do?
I will tell you this, and this goes back again to my argument that I think that Grier is a good GM. He has upgraded in his mind, and I agree. On paper, it looks good. The run stop. He's done what he needs to watch that. Marino's GOAT says, "Hey, don't be talking crap about Esther. That's the homie."
That's what's up, Marino's GOAT. And shout out to Flipside Fishing and Big Time, bro. They were in the comments as well.
Rashad Brown, just watching him at the U, his technique was flawless, but I didn't see that bull rush in 20 reps at his pro day. Wasn't over the top impressive. Do love the guy though. Here's what I'll say to that, Rashad. Like, I think Phillips knew his limit and knew where he wanted to go, right? Like, I'm not saying he took off for the pro day. I'm just saying that I know this is bad to say, but I don't think he gave it his all at his pro day. Like, he knew I just got to do what I need to do and be good.
You had Sweat up there with Chase in Washington, and then you saw Chase, he started out kind of slow, then he came around. Phillips could do the same thing, man. Him and Ogba, iron sharpens iron. And I think he'll be looking at this guy on the other side of the line of scrimmage doing work and be like, man, he's setting an example. Then you're going to have coaching come in. He's going to get coached up even more, bro. I mean, and that took. I mean, look at the coach, his head coach, man, a defensive-minded coach, man.
Manny Diaz.
That's what got. No. Chase Young. Chase Young up in Washington.
You talking about Riverboat Rivera?
Rivera, bro. Ron Rivera, man. I don't know if that's I hadn't heard that. I don't know. But I respect Ron Rivera's coaching. He's a consistent coach. He's a good coach in this league, bro.
Mike Sensible says, I love Wilkins. He might not be the best defensive lineman we have, but I love his infectious attitude for his teammates. I have always said, Mike, that a locker room guy is just as valuable as somebody who puts big playing time on the field. And if you can get both in the same person, more power to you.
Hold on, are we talking about a guy sitting on the sidelines waving a towel, a hype man? Are we talking about a hype man now? I'm joking. Yeah, man, we got a lot of depth on that defensive line, bro. There's still moves that need to be made. I'm just kind of hearing that could be a trade piece if we do need to make a trade. Is Wilkins, but the guy that I'm excited about is Raekwon Davis, bro.
Hey, Ian Dolphin fan said, "Who's running their mouth about the homie Esther? They better keep their mouth closed." Well, you got some people coming to your defense, man. I didn't know you were such a big deal.
You got to watch out, the homies, man. Those are homies.
I love it.
Don't let Insanity find out. She'll call you out too, bro.
Hey, AB says, "Hey, Esther, Spurs suck."
Hey, man, I don't even entertain that. We know we're kings, bro.
I don't even entertain that. Hey, AB or EM, guys, get on. I need more people on here. There are people that don't want to hear Estefan. God.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Thank you. I think shout out to all the haters, bro.
Say it again. Say it again. All the haters.
Shout out to all the haters. I love you. I love you. Tell your mom I said hi, too.
Tell your mama I said hello.
Tell your mama I said hi.
Marino's GOAT says, at EM Dolphin fans, some dummy you already know, big homie. I love you. Yo, y'all are on another level this morning. I love it, man. Chef Zhu says, respect to my bro OG Estefan. Bro, you are getting so much love this morning, Estefan. I love it.
Down, Chef? What's up, Chef? Chef's an OG, bro. Going back to TD fans talk. Way back.
Chef Zhu is the very first person who signed up to become a member on the channel. And if you haven't done so already, people, sign up to become a member.
That's what's up. Subscribe, y'all. Come on. But yeah, man. I wanted to say something about like, you know, I've been kind of dormant about like just in general, because like I know there's a lot of panels that have been, you know, held on different streams or different channels. I've been kind of dormant because like I'm kind of like I want training camp to get here already. I'm ready for these guys to put on some pads, see what they look like in pads, and you know, Ian made a good point as well. Like we were talking about like what we were looking forward to, man. And to be honest, man, it's Tua. It's Tua in training camp, man. I'm excited now that training camp's rolling around. I'm excited for the defense because I think they're going to actually take a step up and be better, bro. They're going to be more complete, more rounded, bro. We're going to be able to stop that run, but they have Tua, bro. Tua in pads. I want to see what he's going to do, man. And if he's going to, you know, silence all these negative, you know, rumors and stuff going around, man.
The negative rumors are going to happen, right? And it's a matter of how you deal with them. Let me just call it a couple more people here. Flipside Fishing says Estefan for the win. Let's see here. AB says Esta is a Texan who is really a Floridian wannabe. Dude, Thomas is...
AB, I can't hate on that, bro. I'm going to Tampa in August, bro. I'm gonna go to Clearwater on vacation for a little bit. So,
Duke
y'all
Thomas,
know anything about Tampa? Let me know.
Duke Thomas has said, "Don't sleep on Wilkins. He's still young. Have patience." I have patience with Christian Wilkins, and I think he's going to be great. And I love, like, if there's one player I want mic'd up and to hear the mic up on Sundays, it's that guy. Love hearing him. Flipside says, I'm like you. I have to do the eye test before I start predicting stuff. I've seen the greatest team on paper come out as a bunch of bums with no team chemistry.
Who said that?
Flipside.
That's what's up, man. It's true, though. It's true because you can have all the talent in the world, bro. If you can't get that talent to translate on the field with coaching, you got the personnel, but the coach got to be the chef in the kitchen, you know, like Chef Jew. Put that together, and he's got to get it on that plate to look good and taste good, bro. So, you know, it's like the Bengals when they had Jordan Shipley in the slot, Quan Cosby in the slot. Yep. You had Ocho Cinco. You had Terrell Owens. Who was the quarterback? Was it Palmer? Yeah, Palmer. You had Cedric Benson at running back, bro. I mean, they were loaded, bro. And they didn't even 100%. Get to the playoffs, man.
100%.
They had Ray Maluga on the other side of the ball as a linebacker, man. I really was looking forward to that team being good. I'm not a Bengals fan, but I mean.
Big John said, what up, Esta? Big John, come on to the panel this morning, man. And EM Dolphin fan, you need to come on, too.
What's going on, Big John? Good morning.
Wilkins said we need to stop jumping. Wilkins needs to stop jumping on people. That's true too. Let's see what else we have here. At Miami Sports Music, did you already talk about linebacker Shaquem Griffin coming for a visit right now? Yes. It was the very first thing I talked about this morning. What are your thoughts about Shaquem Griffin coming in and potentially signing with the Miami Dolphins, Esta?
Man, you know,
you gotta remember he played with his brother in Seattle for 3 years.
Right.
He's got one arm, and I don't think that's been a hindrance. So I don't even want to bring that up in that aspect because I think he played good. I think he could be a really good special teams guy and provide depth to the linebacker core.
Well, I mean, you think about it. You know, everybody talks about we're going to go into this season with 7-8 wide receivers. Well, you need to go into this season with at least 8 linebackers, bro. So if he
they're hybrids. There's a lot of hybrids.
Yeah, bro. If he can beat out somebody on this roster that's slacking, that thinks they're just gonna walk in and have a spot, no, it's about competition, bro. Bring him in. You know what I mean? If he has something of value, you know that maybe he's better than Egwavon, bro, or Egwavin, or however you say it. It's what it is, bro. It's business, man. Whatever it takes to win, bro. We all as fans are ready to win, bro. We are ready to win and be consistent at it. We're tired. We're tired. We don't want to regress, bro. I think that's everybody's greatest fear, and would be disappointing for this season, man. Is for us to regress, bro. To not show.
So I was real quick, guys. 40 of y'all watching, only 26 likes. Please hit that like button. Here's what I say, bro. I said this earlier. You have to realize we're in year 3 of a rebuild, right? Now nobody's going to call it a rebuild anymore, and I technically wouldn't either. All right, but you usually get 3 years in a rebuild. Now the reality is our teams achieved in those first 2 years. I don't want to see a regression, but let's play devil's advocate here. If there is, right? If there is some sort of regression, whether that means less than 10 losses, whether that means 11 or 12 wins and missing out on the playoffs, which is plausible, right? And all of these things, what do we do as a team then? And so I think at the end of the day, you have to give the reality of where it is that everybody likes to talk about sophomore slumps for quarterbacks. I don't think that's going to happen for Tua, and I've been very adamant and outspoken that I think he's going to have the best year 1 to year 2 increase in playing of any quarterback in the history of the NFL. But the reality is you have to put it in the back of your mind that there could be a regression. And if there is, I don't think you blame the Dolphins right now. I don't. But that's easy to say on July 23rd, 4 or 5 days before the start of training camp.
Yeah.
You asked me in the middle of the season if we're 4 and 4 or 3 and 7 or whatever, I'd be pissed off, and I'd want to know what the hell is going on. Well,
depending on your schedule and you need some luck, bro. You need guys to stay healthy. Get to Super Bowl. It's so hard just to get there, bro. You need everybody to stay, your key pieces to stay healthy, man. But look, this is the way I see it, and I might sound like a homer, man. Like, I don't disagree with what I heard you say. That Reason's take was that we exceeded expectations in the first 2 years.
We overachieved in the first 2 years.
Yeah, but you have to ask yourself, why did we do that?
Because of Flores.
Exactly. That's my answer to that question. I don't think that it was a coincidence that we won 10 games, bro. When you just look at his coaching style, his the way he strategizes for a game, his game plan, bro. It's clock management. You know what I mean? It's grinding out the clock. That's the way he's going to do. And I know you had a different take, and you said you got to open it up. But if that's where you're going to start, then open it up. But you have a balance of what you can open it up and grind out the clock. That's what you want. And so, in my opinion, I think it was for a reason, man. I think Flores showed his value as a head coach last year, bro. So that's what, as a Dolphin fan, you can hang your hat on, man. The only thing is he's going to have to do it again. So, but that's what you want, man. You want consistency out of your coach, bro, because it happens a lot where teams exceed expectation and the next year they regress, bro. And you would have thought, from the year before they were loaded with talent. Well, what's going on? Why are they regressing? You know what I mean? And it's a mystery to the puzzle of the NFL. It happens to a lot of teams, man. You just, as Dolphin fans, you hope that's not us, bro. But we'll see, man. I think this is why these guys get paid, man. This is why Coach Flores is getting paid. That's why all these coaches are getting paid to do their job, man. Now they got it going. They got the personnel that they need. They need to go in and make this work. No excuses.
Right. I think this is something that I need to cut the topic and change the topic just real quick because I said I wasn't. About this. Excuse me. That was rude.
Bless you. Hey man, we're all carnal, bro.
Pro Football Talk just 45 minutes ago on their Twitter said, and I quote, "The Texans are currently aren't currently talking to any teams about a possible Deshaun Watson trade. if and when they do, the Eagles are the favorites to land Watson. No more Watson talk on my channel as far as I'm concerned. None. I'm not having it no more.
Well, I mean, they could. Let me say something. They could be driving the narrative.
Nope.
They have the capital. They have the capital, but there's also no trade clause on his side, and he does have some pull. If he wants to come to Miami, then he can come to Miami, bro.
He can,
even
but
if
he's
not. If nobody wants to talk about it, I gotta throw it out there, bro. It's the truth, bro. It's facts,
bro.
So
I'm just saying, I'm done. No more talking about it. I saw that tweet and I'm like, you know what? I gotta throw it out because I'm over it, man. I don't want like I want to talk about how amazing. Wait, we got a new person in the back room here. Let me bring him on. Big Time, what's up, Big Time?
What's up, Big Time?
I'm a new listener and I'd like to talk about Watson, please.
Oh no, can't do it. Can't do it.
Good morning, Big Time.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? How are you?
All right, man. All right. Just listening to y'all talk it up while I'm sitting here, working like a dog.
Working like a dog. Hey,
Yeah.
Did you catch the panel last night?
I did. It was a good show.
What were some of your favorite points? Some things that made you scratch your head, or you thought were good points, or roughed you up the wrong way. Like what was some of the topics last night that you liked?
I don't think anything rubbed me the wrong way. I think y'all talking about the offensive line was pretty apparent of what's going on, what we need to making sure that that's taken care of first, because we really won't get anywhere if that's not settled. And like y'all were talking yesterday, makes no sense. Why it's taking so long to get this together, and it's a little frustrating in that aspect. Or just like picking up players that are always injured, and we have opportunities to pick up fresh players. That's kind of frustrating on my part. I don't get that part of it either. So
I totally agree with you. Let's bring on another streamer, Ghost of Changali. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. I got the homies on here, Esta, Big Time, and Ghost of Changali. Super excited. Ghost, were anything on your mind that you wanted to talk about? You just wanted to join the conversation?
Just join the conversation.
Well, look, let's kind of get into the running back situation. I feel like that's a good topic we all haven't kind of touched on yet. If the offensive line holds up, are you guys all in agreement that running back by committee is the way that we're going to go? Or do you think like me, and this is how I think the running back that's going to make the biggest impact on our team is not even on our roster yet, because I think we're waiting for cuts. I really do. I think we're waiting for cuts to happen. And when cuts happen, I think it's going to change the game. Estefan, go ahead.
Yeah, when you look at the personnel, the guys that we got, it screams committee. And if you look at even with our draft pick.
Estefan, you went mute. Estefan.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now.
All right, so when you look at that, at our roster, the personnel that we have at running back, it screams, running back by committee, bro. So if you look at what Jared Doakes did when he was in college, they were kind of like the way that like Alabama was the year Tua got hurt. You saw that Najee took a leap this year, but the year that Tua was playing with Najee, his last season in college, you saw that he is throwing the ball, and Tua was the guy that they were focusing in on, and Cincinnati did the same thing. So Jared Doakes was already a running back by committee in college, and so it's going to transition to the NFL. I believe that's why they selected him. So that's my take.
DolFan, what's up, brother?
What's good, fellas? What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on, brother? Oh, man, we got the panel up here this morning. I was going to get off here early today. That's not happening now. I got you on. Let's go. What's up, EM? The floor is yours. What do you want to talk about?
Oh man, nothing. Nothing specific, bro. Just I'm work. I just took a little break and I was listening to you guys and just thought I'd hop on and nothing really, man. Just I'm intrigued by this Shaquem Griffin visit. He's a crazy athletic linebacker.
He'd be it would be a cool story to have him on the team, right? It'd be a really cool story to have him on the team. A guy who came from Central Florida already at USF, and then to be on the Dolphins and make his own lane aside from his brother. I think that'd be really cool.
Well, me personally, I don't pay attention to any feel-good backstories. I'm all about what can you do for me on the field. So,
what can you do for me?
Exactly. So I'm intrigued by him. I'm intrigued by his skill set. Coming out of UCF, he's one of the more, his combine, his athletic testing are relative to the linebacker position is some special stuff. So I'm intrigued by this player. So I'm paying close attention to see what direction the Dolphins go with him.
Big time. I want to go back to the running back situation. Is there, the original question is, running back by committee, as long as the offensive line holds up, what do you think that's going to be, as well as, what are your thoughts on my thoughts of it being, hey, I don't think the running back that's going to make the biggest difference on our team is even on our roster yet at the moment.
I listen to Esteban. I think I kind of agree with that in a sense with Dokes. When you have, I think the talent that Dokes has is nice for sure, but for him to come in and take over the reins as a seventh rounder, you're just not going to expect that. I would like to see it, but it probably won't happen. So beggars can't be choosers on that, but I don't know. We need our run game to step up. That's for sure. And I like Gaskins. I do. I like him, and I think he's versatile for sure. But we need somebody else behind that. I think that at least having the two-headed monster. I think if you look back, back in the days, there was always some type of two-headed monster back there. So, do we have him or don't we have him? It's hard to say. Again, it goes down to players that. Can they transition? Can they put forth the effort? And a lot of times, these guys can't transfer from college to pro easily. And, do they have the work ethic? That's the main concern I have. And most of the time with these kids is that, you don't see the work ethic as you would like. And a lot of times they have the talent, but they're not willing to put in the work. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, it's sad to say that we have to sit here and wait consistently just for, we're always up in the air on something. And it'd be nice just not to be in, just put our foot forward and let's, put our, pedal to the metal. Let's just go.
I really, Ghost, I want to bring you in on the running back here, but I really want to see if I'm wrong in the fact that we don't bring on somebody different, right? I would love to see the two-headed monster from the University of Washington, from the standpoint of having Miles Gaskins back there and Alvon Ahmed, and see what they can do and make up the play. What are your thoughts on the backfield, Ching? Ghost?
Yeah, I think Miami has tried to get that. Miami has tried to solve that running back position. They were trying to look for a bell cow through the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard reasons, backstories on both Javonte Williams and Harris? They definitely tried, but unfortunately things didn't work out the way they seemed. They put more value in other positions than they did the running back position. I think safety is more important than running back, and of course Jalen Phillips, the pass rush. I think Miami's going to stick to a running back by committee room. I think Gaskin's being underestimated as a starting running back. A lot of people don't appreciate that he is one of the best all-purpose running backs in the league. He averaged 97.2 yards yards of scrimmage per game in all of his games that he played last year. He had like 103 yards, all-purpose yards per game as a starter. So the guy had 31 missed tackles. Yeah, the guy had 31 missed tackles. He had more than 360 yards. The thing that he needs to improve is getting yards after contact, and he only had 316 or 360 yards or something like that. So I think that I think we don't need him to be a bell cow, because we brought in guys that could be your short situation backs, like short yardage situation backs, guys that can help you convert on third down. That guys that can help you in the goal line, especially in pass blocking, with Gerard Dokes and Malcolm Brown. Savon Ahmed is a nice scat back too. So I think we got a nice running back room by committee, and with the speed that we brought with both guys like Waddle and Fuller, it's going to open up for the running back, and it's going to put less pressure on the offensive line. So
I think you hit a lot of great points. I'm going to bring you in 1 second. I just want to bring in my man, Cameron 954 from East Dolphins 32 Tailgate. He usually is my co-host with me on Friday mornings, but you're doing your daddy thing this morning, cheering your daughter on. Real quick, man, what's up?
Hey, so good morning, and Spread Kindness Friday. Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Clock Rockers crew. Good to see you all.
Cameron. Nice hat, bro.
Hey, thank you, guys. It's hot as balls out here, so I need it. I'm up here in Stuart, Florida. My daughter is 10 years old, and she qualified for Junior Olympics, and so I'm at her meet here this morning all weekend, and she's already swam 2 events. So
how did she do?
She did good, man. She qualified for the finals in the 200 IM, and she just missed in the 100 back here. I'm kind of pissed about it, but she's got 6 more events to go.
All right, little Michael Phelps there. All those. Let me do the 100-meter butterfly and the 100-meter backstroke. And hey, look, I like it, man. I like it.
Little Ledecky.
Hey, look, we just found out 2032, which is 11 years from now, the Summer Olympics are going to be down in Duke Tomlinson's neck of the woods in Australia.
That's right. Hey, man, you never know. I'm thinking maybe 8 years, but who knows?
Shout out.
Hey, I already Duke says we have a place to stay. I don't know if he really said that, but we're crashing Duke's place.
Yeah, that's a bet.
Yeah, we just stay up in the trees like some koalas, man, or like them those bears on Star Wars.
Hey, real quick, Duke, man, I was in Australia.
Some hammocks.
I was in Australia like 8 years ago, and we were driving a bus up to the Great Barrier Reef. I can't remember the town up there. But anyway, our bus driver drove over a wallaby like he was a
what?
Like ran him right the hell over, like he was an armadillo. And they tell me that's common down there, man. That was crazy to me to look back and
it's like squirrels in the road here. It's like
there's
squirrels
a wallaby,
in the road.
Squirming around in the road.
That's
down here
funny,
in Miami
man.
is iguanas.
Iguanas,
yep. Running over iguanas, man.
Same thing.
There's iguanas in Miami?
Yeah, bro. There's an infestation of iguanas down here, bro.
Yeah,
they're not native though, are they? Did they just get
they're
loose?
invasive. They're invasive.
They're invasive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just that people have them as pets, and when they get too big, they let them go, and then they reproduce like crazy.
Dude, I got a whole family of them in my mango.
Staying away from Florida, definitely. I don't want no part of that, bro. None.
He said, "Nah, I'm good, homie. I'm good."
Everything's better in Texas, right?
I'll take a coyote in Texas all day, every day over iguanas and them rock pythons.
Hey, Big John, I put the link up there, Big John. The link's in the chat, Big John. All right, well, Cameron, last night, real quick, just you gave a lot of what we're already kind of talking about, but tell me, what are your thoughts of the panel last night? That was a really good show, right?
Yeah, it was a good show. We got in depth, and especially the last 45 minutes talking about the running back room and then as I got on now, that's what you guys were discussing. And the more I thought about it last night, I kind of disagree with the reason. I know that these guys are looking for a bell cow back, but I can't remember who just said it, but I kind of like our running back room. It's and my point is it's not a priority to have a bell cow back in this current offense of the Dolphins. And it's set up to get the ball out quickly. Tua gets the ball out quickly. They surrounded him with, more tools to work with. to get the ball out quick too. And Ahmed and Gaskin are great RPO running backs, and they show them to work off tackles really well. And now they've constructed a room with Brown and Dokes, to run it between the tackles when we need to eat clock and on the goal line. I like it, and I appreciate the fact that they didn't use a high draft pick, even though I wanted Najee Harris, but I'm cool with what they have. And we got other pieces, that we needed probably a little bit more desperately on this roster. And it all relates to the total 53 or 56 man roster, right? Like we went 10-6 last year, and we're a better team on paper depth wise. And that's how you build winners, right?
That's what I said. The word of the day on Spread Kindness Friday is depth. Depth is the word of the day, and it's the first time we've had depth at multiple positions, honestly, in my history that I can ever remember. Want to bring into the panel Big John. What's up, Big John?
What's up, man?
Big John, what's good, homie?
What's good, Big John? Good morning, homie.
Good morning, Big John.
Y'all can tell I just woke up, my dude. I heard this man just yapping on my.
He's like, I gotta get on, man. Where's the link? I gotta get on. I gotta get my Spread Kindness Friday coffee on. Hey guys, real quick. This has nothing to do with the Dolphins, but I do think it's a big deal because it's sports.
It's funny.
Need to let you all know that
that's hilarious.
Cleveland is changing its name from the Indians to the Guardians. It is official. They announced the new moniker in a tweet this morning. The Cleveland Indians are changing their name to the Cleveland Guardians.
Dude, that is hilarious. Guardians are what? The shittiest city in the country?
I'll tell you what, that is a shitty logo.
That's a shitty
that is
logo.
horrible. That looks like a damn gas station right there, bro.
Right?
Wow, the Cleveland Guardians. Okay.
The Cleveland Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Man, please.
Crazy.
Honestly, I wanted to change. I wanted them to change their name to the Spiders because that's what they were back in the 1800s. Were the Cleveland
Agreed.
Spiders? I don't like the Cleveland Guardians. I think this is going to get like
horrible.
A real bad rap here. Cameron, I know you're a big baseball fan. I just want to hear your thoughts of that, especially with the baseball cap on.
Man, I'm laughing, bro. Guardians of what? Lake Erie? You know how shitty that water is? And that town, man, that town sucks. Like, come on.
He's not wrong.
I love the honesty.
Man, I grew up in Indiana, like in outside of Chicago, and it was a short drive over to Cleveland, man. It's a shithole.
Oh, tell me how you really feel. I love it.
Hey, I tell you what, they can be the laughing stock of major leagues with that Guardians logo. It's good for Cleveland.
Cleveland Guardians. Wow.
Oh, did you know that? Well, let me ask everybody. Do you know the very first professional football team in Miami and what their name was? Miami Seahawks. Somebody said it. Yep. The Miami Seahawks were the very first. And I think they might have been NFL too, if I'm correct. National football.
Were
they AFL?
No, the AAFC.
AAFC. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, look, that's crazy, man. I think it's funny. All these teams that are changing their name. Washington football team came out and announced that they are going to come out with a new nickname next year. And you got to look at teams like Florida State. Atlanta Braves.
I hope they don't have those animal activists come in and have us change our name, bro.
Well, look,
bro, they were out there at SeaWorld like 2 weeks ago, bro. I got out protesting with signs, bro. I got out of the car and cussed all of them out, bro. I was like, can't y'all just let people have a good time? Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? I got in the car.
Hey, man, look, I want PETA on Miami sports music getting on Miami sports music. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, bro, have you seen those Dolphins at SeaWorld, bro? They're happy, bro. They are happy, man. They're living life, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm one that doesn't mind the Washington football team. WFT, man. Like, what the fuck, right?
Bro, that is the stupidest name in history, man. We're not soccer. We're not soccer.
How do they know that these animals are depressed and whatnot, bro? Did the Dolphins tell them I don't like being here? Because I don't know, man. Them damn Dolphins look happy to me, bro.
Dude,
I'm just saying, man.
Every Dolphin down in Marineland's been depressed since 1972.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you guys are something else this morning. You guys are on some new stuff this morning. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get back to the football talk. Big John, you kind of just came in. I know you've been listening this morning. What are your thoughts about the running back situation or anything that we've talked about so far this morning?
First of all, time out. Don't lie to the viewers. I wasn't listening. Me and Nikki Bella were having a dream. I woke up, heard you. Now I'm here. That's step one.
Okay, I'm sorry. I want no drama.
That's Chan Ganley was in that dream, man.
Oh, please, no. That's a nightmare then. That ain't no dream.
He just, no, he popped up just to prove that even though he retired twice, he's still alive. That's okay. What was your question?
What are your thoughts on the running back room and the running back situation?
Me and you have had this conversation before, but like I said, I think, like I said before, that even though EM probably doesn't agree with me, but that's just EM. I think Jared Dokes by the end of the season will be the Miami Dolphins starting running back. I think that people don't really know how good the guy is because he played in Cincinnati. But at the end of the day, Travis Kelce's from Cincinnati. And he's tearing up the NFL. And if we're going to be playing against cover 2, which most likely we will, 4 defensive linemen and a linebacker, most likely, or 3-2, you only got to make one guy run over one dude, and you got 7 yards. Jared Dokes runs
that's
over
a damn
you
good
all day.
point. I didn't even think about that. All you got to do is make one guy miss, and you can get 5 to 7 yards. Easy.
Yeah.
But and hey, look, and anything's an upgrade over this guy by the name of Kalen Ballage, who averaged, what was it, 1.3 yards a carry?
Well,
bad.
Let's say I'm going to be sincere because as bad as he played, okay, if he had the offense we have now, I think he would do better because the most important part of the Dolphin offense may be the offensive line. Let me explain, Steven, before you say no.
I'm going to say no.
You're going to say no regardless, and there's no point in me giving
He's a bum. He's a straight bum.
Ballage looked good in San Diego, I will admit, though.
He looked good. San Diego, but yes.
See, Esther, you know what happens? You know what happens with Steven, Esther? You didn't give him any donuts. He don't let you talk.
Hey,
listen.
That's right. I didn't have any donuts this morning. You're not wrong, Big John.
But anyway, listen. No, if Ballage was on the Dolphins and we had the weapons that we have now, because the most important part of the team right now, everybody says it, is the offensive line. But the most important player on Miami's offense is Jalen Waddle. Why? Because from the slot, you have to double cover him. So that opens up running lanes if you're going to go 3-by-1. So
Definitely.
If Caleb Ballage had that extra player not in the box, I'm pretty sure he'd have better runs. How many times did Myles Gaskin run the football against 10 people last year and get 4 yards? If you run that ball against 5 and we have 7 on the offensive side of the ball, because this is the first year we're gonna be outnumbering the box in the last 20 years, where we have more offensive people near the football than they have defensive. So all you gotta do is make one guy miss. I wouldn't be surprised if by week 15, Myles Gaskin got 1,000 yards.
That's why y'all need to put a little more respect on Myles Gaskin's name, I feel.
I don't think that. I don't. There's no running back that gets over 1,000 yards. None. Not one.
He was one of the more productive backs in the league. Okay, considering his sample size, and also all of the points that Big John just pointed out. He did that. You know, at some times consistently going against 8-man fronts. So again, in theory, with the speed we have, the speed element now we have with our wide receiving core, where teams can't play that single high and leave that 8th man down there. Again, like you said, you're going to consistently see 7-man fronts, and again, it's a numbers game. And so I think his production could go up tremendously. I think. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I wanted to introduce a new person to the room, Rashad Brown. What's up, Rashad?
What's happening?
Welcome to the show, man. This is your first time calling in, right?
First time on the show, yeah, but I be in the chat all the time.
I know you be in the chat, man. I appreciate it, man. What's going on, brother?
Not much. Just listening to the show.
All right,
enjoying the content.
First of all, I like your little X-Man photo. I have a shirt from my man Zach, not the best drawings. Go check him out on Instagram. I interviewed him. He's really, really cool kid. So tell me, man, what are your thoughts about anything we're talking about this morning? The running back situation or just anything?
Running back situation.
Go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
I love me some Miles Gaskins, but the pounding he took last year, he won't last 17 games a season. We definitely got to figure out how to get him to go down because he's tough. He fights for every yard that he gets, but that's why he only played 9 games because he was just getting tossed around.
I agree, Rashad, but that's exactly what me and him were just talking about. He's getting tossed around because he's playing in a box against 8 defenders because nobody was afraid of the Miami Dolphins offense last year. This year, you cannot do that. He's not going to be taking the same kind of hits, which means he's not going to get injured. That is what the difference is.
I agree because he was one of the most productive back. I think it was top 5 or 10.
Top 10. Top 10 last year.
Like
top 10.
Yeah. Get that.
Well, I mean, and Rashad, I have to say, and the rest of you guys, and Cam, I want to bring you back into here too. I have to say, having a guy like Waddle opening up the field allows a guy like Myles Gaskins to have better opportunities instead of hitting that 7th or 8th tackler. Now that 7th or 8th tackler or 9th tackler has to worry about somebody like Waddle and Will Fuller and even like Gaskin, right? So that field is going to open up. Yeah, bro. I mean the field's going to open up with these wide receivers. Cam,
it should.
No, I couldn't agree with you more, man. And people, we didn't talk enough about Will Fuller last night. We focused on Waddle, but Will Fuller signing kind of is going under the radar. That guy takes tops off defenses. He and Waddle both will take the tops off defenses. You put he and Waddle out on the split with Parker out wide, Gaskin running the seam, forget about it. And it's going to open up the run game. And Big and whoever just said it, like you got 5 in the box as opposed to 9 or 10. It's no game, man. Like it's game over. Like Gaskin's going to eat, Albert Wilson's going to eat, and if Tua gets the ball out on the slant to Waddle or Fuller, man, forget about it. Crossing patterns, quick hitters, forget it.
Hopefully the
and Fuller and Fuller. People, yeah. I think a lot of people discount. They don't give Will Fuller enough credit. They just think of him as a speed guy, a guy that just takes coverage. No, I think he's the most complete wide receiver on this roster right now. I think people don't give him enough credit for the playmaker that he is. So I agree with you 100%. What's that?
Those people who think that don't watch any film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ghost of Changeli, go ahead.
I was just saying that, with Waddle, Will Fuller, I think they underestimate his ability. I agree. They think he's more like a vertical speed threat guy. A guy that can run underneath routes. He can run any route that you want him to. Corner, you can run a dig, you can run a comeback, run a post route. I mean, anything that you throw, anything that you ask him, he's going to do it.
I can't wait to see that go route.
He was top in the league against man press coverage. He was one of the best in the league on go routes and stuff like that. So I think people are underestimating his ability.
I can't wait.
And the thing is, he's more polished than Waddle. You gotta remember, he is our best deep threat right now.
He compromises all 3 levels of the field for sure.
Right, right. And you can use him in a similar skill set as Waddle too.
Big time and Rashad, I want to go to you two next. If you guys are looking at the wide receiver room, there's still a guy that nobody's bringing up, and that's Preston Williams. And if Preston Williams is healthy, he's going to get a lot of playing time too. And so that means there's somebody here that's not getting playing time. You can only have 11 guys on the field. But I think that Preston Williams is very underrated in this locker room, right? And in his health, I think every time he's played, he's increased his level of playing, his skill level. And so what are your guys' thoughts? And Big Time, I'll go to you and then Rashad about, Preston Williams in this offense.
I mean, you have to use him, right? I mean, I think with Parker there on the side, I think having Parker as a veteran when he came out helped him tremendously, I think. And you can tell the skill set that he has. It's likable. I mean, his size. I mean, that's the type of wideout that you would want, anyways, or one type of wideout on your team that you'd want. I think the accident was just flukish last year, so he still has to show, more this year, and I think he will with what type of a squad we have this year. Again, it just comes down to work ethic. I feel, when if they're not willing to work for it, you probably won't see the progression. If they're willing to work for it, then you'll see it. And I think you will with him.
Rashad?
Preston Williams. I love the guy, but the best ability is availability. If he can't stay healthy, I'm over it.
I like it.
What
is it? The best ability is the availability. That's a good one. I like it.
He got all the talent in the world. Like when he got off his rookie season, I remember when it started versus Baltimore and they put him in. Like who is this? 6'4"? Like just jumping out the gym. I was like, yeah, he might be something, but he can't stay on that field. And I honestly don't know if it's real injuries or it's mental, because I'm literally like a Dolphin fiend. I go to everybody's page and watch him work out or something. He doesn't work out. Like, I done seen his little short documentaries of him talking about his outfits and how he likes to model. Like what are you doing to stay on the field? Like, what's really going on? Drink some milk.
He said, drink some milk. At Cam, AM, Big John, Esther, anybody want to comment on Preston Williams and what your thoughts on Preston is? Don't all speak at once.
First? No, I just don't want to cut off EM. That's what I'm saying.
No, I was gonna let somebody else go, bro. I mean, I'm
okay. As far as Preston Williams goes, man, he's a great receiver when he's on the field. But what he said is true. If you're not available, that's why I've always thought he wasn't going to make the team. It's not his ability on the field; he just can't stay healthy. That at the same time was a knock on Will Fuller for a long time too. You can't stay healthy. You can do all the damage you want, but if you're on the sideline, it's like if you're in basketball and you got 5 fouls and you're not in the game. You can be Steph Curry, but you got 5 fouls. You ain't scoring from the bench. So it's basically what it is.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
That's why I've always thought that. That's why I've always thought that Kurt Merritt, who is an animal and can jump literally 50
I love
inches,
Kurt.
I would love to see that guy.
Should make the team.
I love Kirk, but I don't see Kirk making the team. There's no way he gets on this roster.
Practice squad, I would think.
But see, and guys, you got to remember too. Let's talk about that. There are some of these guys that would play on our team in years past, and there's some bad NFL teams out there, and I think we're going to have a difficult time getting some players to go to the practice squad because they're going to be offered roster spots on other teams.
I think Preston Williams, though, I think his roster spot is pretty much. Well, I can't say definitively that it's solidified, but
I think Preston's on the team, but Cook Merritt's not.
Yeah, I think Kirk Merritt is a prime candidate for the practice squad. But back to Preston Williams for a minute, though. One thing he has, I get the durability concerns. Really, all of our wide receivers, even Jalen Waddle, Will Fuller, Devontae Parker, all of them have durability concerns. So, but Preston Williams, one thing you can't teach in this league: height, weight, speed. He has all three of those. I think he's proven when healthy that he can consistently make plays in this league. So I think the Dolphins are going to continue, their investment in him. And, give him the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully he can put together a 16-game season, because I think his upside, he has as much upside as any wide receiver on this roster, in my opinion. So I don't think he's going anywhere.
Cam,
you got to stay healthy, man. You got to be on the field to produce, like the gentleman just said. He's the unicorn, right? I mean, there was talk when he started off the season last year that he was the number one wide receiver over Parker, and then he got injured, and Parker showed out. but he has the attributes to be a number one wide receiver, but you got to be on the field, right? And I'll say it wouldn't surprise me if he was cut because of health. You know,
wow.
he didn't
same
attend voluntary minicamp
He
because
sure
of injury.
didn't. I think he came to one.
Yeah,
I
so
think he came to one.
you know, make me a liar and show up the minicamp healthy and ready to roll. Otherwise, man, I'm skeptical because our wide receiver room is loaded. Kirk Merritt, what do you do with Grant? You know, Matt Collins.
I love Matt. I want to
the homie.
Yeah, these guys are produced. And then you went out and signed Foster. You know, like he's a legitimate player too.
Junior. Telling you.
So
well. In all fairness to, he's been rehabbing though. So I am concerned though that he, you know, we hadn't seen him on the field yet because what week was that? Did he get hurt? What week was that? Did he go down?
It was like week 8.
Week 8. Yeah.
Man, bro.
He got injured
the
Cardinals.
The Cardinals
against
game.
the Cardinals. Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a foot injury. So he's not on the field yet. That's concerning. But you know, the Dolphins, one thing they have shown is patience. When you have a unique skill set physically, they show immense patience with a lot of play. That's just the nature of the Dolphins. So you look at Parker.
To that point, in my opinion, they're in win now mode, right? Like they made the playoffs last year. They're going to put the best players on this roster to win a playoff game or two. And if Williams isn't healthy, I'm sorry, man. It's
definitely concerning. It's definitely concerning for sure. But you know, in this league, in the NFL, bro, talent trumps everything else. If you have those elite traits, and he has them, you know they, like I said, I think they'll give him the benefit of the doubt this year. Now, if he gets hurt again this year, I think this is a conversation that needs to be had for next offseason. But I think he'll be here. I don't think Preston Williams is going anywhere.
It's too many players on the roster for him to just take up a spot and
by the way, that brings up another great point. Rashad is hitting the nail on the head. There are too many great players. So players that are in that 6th, 7th, and 8th, or 5, 6, 7th, and 8th bubble seat of that wide receiver, can you play special teams? How healthy are you, and what is your contract like? Those are the 3 things that are going to come into play in those last few bubble spots that you have to remember.
What's the guy's name that we got from the Raiders? 2 last names.
Lynn Bowden.
Lynn Bowden, and in my opinion, Lynn Bowden is going to be, he's going to be that guy. And Matt Collins. When you brought up special teams, I always tell.
Lynn Bowden is also our emergency quarterback too.
Bro, when you start talking about the wide receiving core, you have to mention his name because he's going to be on the team, bro. He's going to be on the team. We invested into him, bro. So I see, he's going to be on the team. He's going to be the gadget guy, the slot guy. He's going to be returning kicks. In my opinion, he will.
My only thing is this. I think if you really want to be sincere, I think that Matt Collins has a better chance of making this football team as a tight end than he does as a wide receiver. If you're going to put him at tight end, because he had more success last year as a tight end than he did as a wide receiver, you know that, right?
I would be all for that. You already know. I would be all for that.
If Gaskin ends up getting traded, I don't
even
think
if Gaskin doesn't get traded, Matt Collins to me is a more vertical threat than any of the other tight ends. But
that Big John, then you're saying then it's Gaskin, Hunter Long, and then you have Adam Shaheen and who's the other guy? No, there's another guy.
No, that's it.
So my question to you is, Big John, is Matt Collins better than Adam Shaheen and Durham Smythe?
In my opinion, he is.
No.
In my opinion, Shaheen's a beast, but in my opinion, if he's going to continue on the upside trajectory that he had, Matt Collins is better than those other 2 tight ends, and he would be a better fit because he's a better blocker. Okay, he's a better blocker. That's 1. And then 2, if it was me, Lynn Bowden wouldn't be a wide receiver. I'd have Lynn Bowden as a running back. Lynn Bowden played mostly running back in college before he played quarterback. if you want to have somebody come out of the RPO system next to Tua, right? Let's think this is Madden.
I could see Lynn Bowden as a Kareem Hunt. I could see him as a Kareem Hunt.
That's why I said yesterday, before Reason spoke it, I kept typing to you Kareem Hunt and a second. That's why I would want Kareem Hunt on this team. Can you imagine if Kareem Hunt only had to make one guy miss? The guy made 5 yards after contact. Now, if you give him 4 before contact, he got a 10-yard carry. It's going to look like it's college.
I said all day that I would make that trade for X.
And everybody else.
What trade was that? What trade was that?
So
I'm not
the
trading X. I'm sorry.
Big John, correct me if
Unless
I'm
I
wrong,
win
but
it.
he proposed Kareem Hunt in a second. I say at least Kareem Hunt in a first. But Kareem Hunt in a second for X-Man.
No, I need more than that. I'm sorry.
You're not going to get more, Ian.
You're not getting more.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I
agree he's worth more, but you're not getting more.
I agree he's worth more, Ian, but you're not going to get more than that because of his age and his injury history and his arthritic knees. You're not going to get more.
I get that. I understand, but my thing is, I need. First off, I might be in the minority. I like Kareem Hunt the player, but I don't think this team really needs him. I'm trying to get a lineman. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to either get a center or a right tackle. That's what I'm trying to do in addition to draft capital.
I understand if you're going to go based on what the talent, like if you're going to go by what we need, if you're going to trade for X, yes, I understand. Go trade with New Orleans, take one of the 2 centers, plug them in, and we got a better offensive line. I agree with you 110%. But if we're gonna go value as far as one player for the other, like superstar, like game changer, one for the other, and we're not talking about center, the only trade that would make sense for a player of X's ability would be Kareem Hunt. And at the end of the day, the problem is Kareem Hunt split carries last year and still got almost 800 yards.
He did.
And he split carries.
But I think Miles Gaskin can give you that level of production.
Yeah, true.
So it's about value. It's about value.
I'm not saying he can't. It's just if we're going to trade our best player, I don't just want draft picks, man. These guys cannot draft. Me and you cannot
agree.
They cannot draft. I said this the other day. Steven looked at me the other day like I was crazy. I said Flores could be on the hot seat.
I think you, AB, y'all are like, how can you say that we can't draft, bro?
Listen, bro. Listen.
It don't make sense.
You see the players that we
no.
I don't disagree. The offensive side of the ball is where I think they don't know how to draft.
But
I don't disagree.
And when Waddle's opening up the field for guys like Will Fuller and all these other wide receivers, I want to hear you guys on my channel saying that shit.
We're not talking about Jalen Waddle. We're not talking about Jalen Waddle. We're not talking about Jalen Waddle. That was the only player. That was the only pick. Actually, you can, because if you need a center and you have Quinn Miners sitting there, there's no reason to take Hunter Long.
Oh my God!
I understand. There's no reason. If Quinn Miners is sitting there in the face, staring at you, looking at you, talking about Instagram. I spoke to the Dolphins, and he's having a party, literally in Aqua, and you're not going to pick him. You're having a problem. But at the end of the day, it's not that they don't draft. They waste too much. I had this conversation with you, Steven, and you looked at me sideways. Me and Ian agree, and as to two, they sit there and they don't maximize their assets. They've spent way too much money.
They don't maximize their assets, bro.
Steven, come on, Steven.
And Rashad, let me add to what you said. What about the fact that they missed out on Cesar Ruiz last year, bro?
Cesar Ruiz.
Oh my God. Time out. Check it out. Hold up, everybody. Hold up. Listen. We can go every year and go play by play about players that hit and players that don't hit. There's going to be 100 players in every draft that are going to be starters in the league for 3 to 5 years or 3 to 7 years.
But it's not about hitting, Steven. They don't even pick them. You can't hit it,
bro,
you don't get picked.
I hear you. I got you. But for the last 3 years, I don't think we've done bad with what we've gotten.
But we haven't maximized it. Nobody said we did bad. It's maximizing. Nobody said we're doing bad. They're doing terrible. No,
Cameron, please help me. I hope you're on my side, Cameron. I pray
Their
you're on my
10-win
side,
season.
Cameron.
Their 10-win season last year displayed that they're doing good things. But what I'm saying is, for longevity, I don't think, considering the resources that they had, that they maximized them. They did not. You cannot sit up here and argue that they were as responsible as they needed to be in terms of free agency last offseason, okay, and also the draft. Let's talk about the draft for 1 second. Look at the players that were available with their 3 first-round picks, the players that they did pick, and you compare that to the players that were available to them that they didn't pick. They did not maximize what they had. I don't see how you can sit up and say that they did. Bro.
Is anybody on my side here?
I'm so stuck on
Cameron,
There's no way, bro.
Steven, you might want to turn off your camera for this because you might go punch a hole in your wall after I tell you this one. And
I already feel like punching a hole in my wall. Y'all are killing me.
It all started with Josh Rosen, bro. What did we get for that second round pick?
That is true.
I'm just saying.
You're mad. Time out. No, Cameron, talk because I'm about to I can't. Cameron, please. Are you back?
Go
who do you back, Cameron? Cameron, who do you back, Cameron?
Turn off that camera.
Cameron, who do you back?
Brother, you're on an island on this one. Cuz.
Oh my God, yo!
Yo, you don't want to admit it. You don't want to admit it.
These guys are professionals, supposed to be able to pick what we're supposed to do or what the team's supposed to evaluate, and what they're evaluating, everybody's saying is wrong. I mean, these guys again are professional. I'm not sitting there stating that that they're not going to pick wrong at some point in time. I don't know if it's necessarily, who they're picking or honestly who they're picking, but it's like the risk is the risk worth the reward as the juice is worth the squeeze. I'm trying to understand why they pick this way because they have these players in front of them that look like they would fit the team, but they go the opposite direction. It seems like they've been doing this multiple years, and I don't understand that.
They do it because they overthink. Sometimes the easiest thing is right in front of you. And instead of taking what's right in front of you, you want to go think you can do something else. Look, to be sincere, give me 2 minutes real quick, and you guys can have the panel, and I'll mute my mic. Here's the thing. First of all, we should have never traded away Minkah Fitzpatrick. If we really want to get sincere, Minkah Fitzpatrick, you should have been able to figure that out. You should have been able to slide him over, okay? You wouldn't have to have taken Holland. And if you did want to do that, you could have taken EM's homeboy out of Minnesota, who was just sitting there.
Antoine Winfield, baby.
He was sitting there in front of you, telling you pick me, and you didn't take him. That's one. If you weren't going to take him, you should have taken a running back. We're still looking for a running back.
Don't give me started.
Right now, we have 4.
Jonathan Taylor.
We got 4. Why the hell would you not take Cesar Ruiz? He's right in front of your face, and you didn't take him.
Tristan Wirfs.
Him too. Look. Ever since I think the curse of the draft happened the day the Dolphins passed up or traded back instead of taking Randy Moss. Ever since they traded back. Ever since they traded back, okay, they've done nothing but not pick who's right in front of them. I'm not saying they haven't made good picks, Steven. I'm saying they haven't maximized.
I think all of you are crazy. How
am I crazy, Steven?
No way.
Steven, right? Steven, let me ask you a question, Steven. If they wouldn't have blown so much money on Kyle Van Noy this offseason, do you think we'd be having this X conversation right now?
And listen, and what about the Eric Flowers? They're still paying $6 million of that man's salary, and he's on another roster.
I want you.
If you were more responsible, this X situation wouldn't be an issue because you would have the money to pay him.
Give me a second, EM. That's $15 million, Steven, that we're paying on our salary books to other players who are no longer on this team.
I want you to go through all 30 NFL teams. What is it, 30 or 30?
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear 32 teams.
Bro, no,
I don't want to hear that.
Cap for life, I'm not taking this L. I'm not. I'm going to fight all these guys. I'm going to take them all with my kung fu. All right, look, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not playing with y'all. I don't know how, guys, we have had Jeff Fireland. We have Mike Tannenbaum. We've had, the stupidest GMs in NFL's history. Okay. Grier is a fucking genius. I dropped the F-bomb on my own channel. He's a genius.
A genius?
He's
How?
a genius.
Because
he's a
because
genius,
he's
bro.
better than some of the worst GMs. That makes him a genius.
He's done nothing. I like Chris Grier, Steven. I don't want to sit up here and seem like I'm not supportive of Chris Grier, but he's done nothing to warrant a genius tag, bro. Are you serious?
The only thing he did was
I don't know any other GM that would have been able to do what he did.
Obvious pick.
What has he done? What? Oh, okay. You traded a player that was on an all-pro trajectory. Oh, I mean, really? I mean that. How difficult was that? Really? How difficult was that? I could have pulled that trade off. I could have literally pulled that trade off.
Hey,
come on, man.
Cam, what were you about to say, Cam? Go ahead, Cam. What were you about to say?
Listen, until Grier wins a Super Bowl, you can't label him a genius.
Well, then, hello. Then you got to get out of here. Super Bowl.
You cannot label him a genius.
You slept in that Homer hat last night, Steven. That's what you did, bro.
Any one of us on this panel could have walked into O'Brien's office and made that trade because that guy was a
no, they couldn't have. Then why did anybody else freaking do it?
I could have.
Hey, Steven, the first thing you need to do, bro, is when we get done here, you need to go on back to YouTube, figure out how to patch up a wall, bro, from Home Depot, get all the supplies, because you need to be punching that wall, man, because we're just this is reality, bro. This is reality.
How my morning show was taken over by y'all and all y'all against me. Come on now. Where's the love? This is supposed to be spread kindness Friday. I don't feel the kindness right now. I don't feel the kindness.
But then don't tell me when we get there. Are you going to stay in the car the whole time?
Somebody getting yelled at.
Nobody.
Hey, I do want to ask you guys this question, and it's bugging me. I love Jalen Waddle, right? I think he was like the top 3 player behind Trevor Lawrence on the board. But you just signed Will Fuller, right? Why don't you take Penny Sewell when he was there?
I got one worse than that.
I mean,
go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
And you trade up for Eichenberg, who is not even in the
that
top
one
15
right there.
of
That one right
tackles.
there. That one made me sick. It goes back to what we said about maximizing, right? If you go back to the previous draft, 2020 draft, right? Tristan Wirfs is sitting there. You could have this is what I can't wrap my head around. Okay, there was a bidding war between Tampa Bay and Miami, allegedly, in terms of trading up with with San Francisco to select Tristan Wirfs. The asking price allegedly was not as much as what they they paid this year to trade up for Liam Eichenberg. I don't understand this. You're conservative in trading up 3-4 spots for a player that's, by any type of metric, Eichenberg will never be in the same stratosphere athletically as Tristan Wirfs. But you get conservative to trade up for the better player, more physically talented player, but the player that's inferior athletically, you get ultra aggressive in trading up to get. I don't understand that logic. You know what I mean? And if you select Tristan Wirfs,
I can't believe I'm about to agree with Flipside here. Anybody realize that Grier and Flores know more than all you guys, including me?
I can't.
Do you understand that?
The way that they draft.
Do you understand that?
Okay.
Flipside, thank you, thank you, Flipside.
Okay. I want somebody to explain that. Can somebody explain that to me? That logic? Can y'all please explain that?
I got one worse.
There is no logic. He just doesn't want to hear me talk because I've been telling him
it ain't that. You my boy. All y'all my boys. All y'all my boys. Okay, I'm just saying.
We can agree to disagree real quick. You simply do not want for me to explain to you or what me and them have been saying.
I'm here.
No,
I got my one.
No, you're not. No, you're not listening. You're hearing. If you were listening, you'd be understanding why we're telling you what we're telling you. You're hearing. Hearing and listening are two different things.
Take that Homer hat off. Take it off.
Yeah, we're not. I'm not.
Take it off.
Look. There's nobody in the world who wants the Dolphins to win more than me, bro. I'm telling you. Me and you guys, because we all watched and all we care about is Dolphins. If I didn't want to talk Dolphins, bro, I could be watching Snake Eyes right now instead of being here. Okay?
Instead, you're watching you're on the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right?
Okay, but why? Because we're all diehard Dolphin fans. But what you don't understand is they've made picks, right? You've picked players. And then you've had to come back following years when the player who you should have picked was right in front of you, and you've had to come back 2 years later and overpay for another pick. Look, here's my example. Here, why would you? I understand we had Xavien Howard, right? I get it. Why the hell would you not take Tevin Jenkins, who to me is better than Eichenberg right now, sitting in front of you if you're not going to take the running back, okay? And then sit there and trade up another pick to take Eichenberg. There's no necessity for that. I could probably argue that Xavien Howard might have still made it to the Dolphins' other pick. You had a better chance of taking Jenkins. You had a better chance of taking Jenkins. You had a better chance of taking Jenkins and getting Holland afterward with him still being there than trading up, than getting Holland and then trading up for Eichenberg.
You could have had them both. You could have got Jenkins and traded up to get Holland.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So who's better, Jenkins or Eichenberg? Jenkins is. No matter how we want to slice it, it's not about smart. He's better. For some reason, they fell in love with Eichenberg from the beginning of the college thing because you heard them say, don't worry, Tua is fast. You don't have to block that long. I was watching when they said that. I knew they were going to take Eichenberg. And I would take Jenkins every single time.
And I agree with whoever said about, he brought up Will Fuller. See, I've been consistent about that as well. Was Waddle really the absolute need pick, considering you bring in Will Fuller, and also it costed you? See, people, this goes over a lot of our fan base's heads. It wasn't just a 6th pick; they gave up 2 first-round picks for Jalen Waddle.
That's right.
Well,
so that's a crazy price tag for a slot guy, because that's what he's going to be relegated to this year.
But
slot guy.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, Cam.
Hey, real quick. I just got to break some breaking news here. It's not Dolphins related, but it could be. Michael Thomas is expected to miss the start of the 2021 season after undergoing surgery to repair ligaments on his ankle in June.
There you go.
4 months of recovery.
Now Kurt Merrick makes a team. The Dolphins trade Devontae Parker to the Saints. Kurt Merrick makes a team, and maybe we could sign extra, get a center.
I do. There have been trade rumors between the Saints and the Dolphins linked for a few weeks now, and I could totally see because of this injury that happening.
But here's what I was saying. The only pick I don't have a problem with giving up 2 first-round picks is Jalen Waddle. Now, I understand where Ian's coming from, and I agree. We're talking about maximizing resources. Let me explain. If right now I would have told you, first of all, we don't know. I think they picked Jalen Waddle because we needed a slot guy. I don't think what Jalen Waddle brings you from the slot, he's not just a slot player. See, everybody wants to put Jalen Waddle as a slot player. I think Jalen Waddle, by the end of the season, will be our best boundary receiver outside of Will Fuller. Now, Jalen Waddle, what he does, it is a bold statement, but he's proven it at every level. Jalen Waddle is a angle destroyer. No matter what you think, you have the angle on Jalen Waddle, and you don't. If you go look at the Auburn game, he caught a 7-yard in pattern, ran between 4 people who were trying to tackle him, and took it to the house. That guy runs a 4.27 40 going forward, and I think he runs 4.27 laterally as well, which is not even fair. That's illegal. That's like asking you, would you trade 2 first-round picks for Tyreek Hill?
All right, real quick, I got to bring a new person into the stream. Cap for Life is in the building, everybody.
Cap, what's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Salute, homie.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey,
I just want everybody to know I know Cap is about to give me the business here, too. So everybody here around me is all against me this morning. I don't care. I want to eat. Bring it.
Hey, give me 6 hits that are game changers that we've done as opposed to misses. I just want to know that.
Give me 3.
You talking about
of our misses.
I'm flustered right now. I can't. I'm running the show. I'm flustered. I can't look at it right now.
He just doesn't want to admit that even though Grier's good and nobody hates Grier. Nobody hates Grier.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, when we win a Super Bowl and Chris Grier is the cause of it, I want all of y'all to come on my show and eat your words. That's it. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep the receipts, all of you.
Y'all missed the worst draft.
You need to stop sleeping in that Homer hat, bro. You need to take it off at night, bro.
Cameron, what, Cameron? What, Cam?
Let me rustle the feathers right here. I got 5.
Yeah, my feathers are already ruffled.
I got Waddle. I got Baker. I got Kinley. I got Hunt.
Baker.
Waddle wasn't
Baker
proven yet.
Well, I was referring to as far as all time. I mean, I hope you're right. I hope this draft class. I hope this draft class alone. I hope you're right. I hope this draft class alone gets us at least 7 hits. That would make up for all the years past.
Baker.
Agree.
What, y'all
I like Baker, man. Hey, why nobody like Baker? Baker's good.
I love Baker.
It's not that. Sorry, Steven. I'm taking over your show. Excuse me.
I can go in on that.
I don't care. Hey,
What about AVG?
This is
AVG.
the attack.
AVG's fine. The reason. Let me answer your question. You said why nobody likes Baker. It's not that nobody likes Baker. It's just I don't like fake stats. Let me explain. Jerome Baker gets his tackles, right? But you do know that about 70% of Jerome Baker's tackles, he gets after the guy's hit and he jumps on the pile and gets credit for the tackle, right?
He's there, though.
He's there to
wrap up.
Nah, bro.
Can I say something about Baker?
Go ahead, Rashad. Go ahead, Rashad.
Go ahead.
I feel like he's misused. He's clearly too small to be in the middle. And we all see he makes his plays in the open field. Why don't we have him on the outside, weak side?
I mean, look. The guy is an off-ball
consistently.
Consistently. Player. Yeah, he fits better on the outside. I mean, you got to manufacture. For the guy to be effective.
Hey man, all I gotta say is Jerome Baker or AVG, bro.
I would like to see AVG in the middle.
Jerome Baker what?
I don't think that's fair. You can't compare
Jerome Baker what? Jerome Baker what?
You can't compare AVG and Jerome Baker.
No, AVG is
you can.
He's an all-around beast. I would love to see him in the middle.
Jerome Baker what? Jerome Baker what?
I'm just saying that.
So, EM, let me ask. You don't think Jerome Baker was worth the contract we gave him?
Absolutely not. He's not a 3-down linebacker. No. Bro, listen. In this community, I was the first one back on the old TD FinSoft panel shows that highlighted this kid's deficiencies. And then once we hired Brian Flores, I knew immediately that he wasn't the most ideal scheme fit. So Jerome Baker is a limited player. He's not a 3-down linebacker because of his inability to consistently take on blocks and play through traffic. He is horrible in diagnosing. He doesn't have middle linebacker instincts, bro.
He's not a middle linebacker.
And in a base 3-4, he can't play. He's too small and he doesn't have the functional strength to play on the outside as an edge player. So you have to put him inside. And again, he doesn't have the natural instinct to play in the middle, in my opinion. So hang on. Hopefully he develops because I got to give now. One thing I do give Brian Flores immense credit for is to get this level of production out of him because he's clearly gotten better under Brian Flores' tutelage. But at the end of the day, I just don't think he'll have I don't think instinctive. He doesn't have. He's not instinctive enough. He's not big enough. He's not strong enough to warrant a type of contract that they gave him. So we'll see how that works out, but no.
Before you pay Baker, you should have paid X.
Well, the thing is, look, my thing is, you only had 3 ways to go with that money. Let's be real. It's either pay X, which they have a problem doing right now, or pay who else?
Emmanuel Agba.
Agba should have been a priority.
I said that from day one, EM, that I said Agba should have been priority number 1.
But they had to give out that max, though. They had to give out that max. Who else were you going to give it to?
Gaskin, which I don't think they should, by the way.
They gave it to Sanders. They gave it to Sanders and Baker because those are the only guys that were producing at the time when their numbers were coming up. Nobody else's numbers were coming up this year where they get that type of money. Let's be real. But yeah, maybe, but not Mac.
Toolman T said Baker's first game against New England. One sack.
I sure as hell won't take Secchi. I know that.
If you have a shot at the Super Bowl, if you want a shot,
Baker,
give it to X, bro. You know what I mean? Like, why is there a debate?
I would have.
Why is that? It's not that hard.
If it was me,
I'm not arguing that.
I would have prioritized Ogba.
No, I'm saying.
I would have prioritized Ogba and Xavien Howard for this year, and then I would have played. I would have let Baker, play out his fourth year, and then hopefully renegotiate. But I think the Dolphins, bro, they got their priorities screwed up, and I think that's what's more than anything is pissing Xavien Howard off more than anything, bro.
Hey, let me respond to this before I got to bounce.
Hey, Cameron, go, Cameron.
Let me respond to this before I got to bounce. My daughter's about to jump in the pool here. But Wade O touched on this a couple weeks ago, and we discussed it, and I see it. The defensive personnel that's going to see the most time is a 5-2-4 hybrid pressed man, right? You got Wilkins, Seiler, Ogba, AVG on the outside, and the kid that just drafted from Miami on the outside. You got McKinney, and you got Baker sideline to sideline with McKinney in the middle. I see Baker as a 3-down linebacker in that sense, 2 downs, at the very least, because he's going to maximize his potential sideline to sideline pursuing the ball. He can cover tight ends as well. That's why you signed McKinney. That's why.
But he's hard. That's the thing. His calling card, his calling card is his athleticism, but he's been graded out terrible the last 2-3 years. He's never been good in coverage. That's a big misconception about Jerome Baker.
He's not good in coverage.
He's been horrible in coverage.
His most interceptions are on the outside. He's right.
Yeah, he's an outside.
He's right.
He's running outside line to line, right? Sideline to sideline. He's covering running backs.
I've seen him get interceptions on the outside go for touchdowns.
You want to know something just real quick?
My daughter just woke up. Outside line. That sack on Mahomes, he blitzed from the outside. When he snatched Cam up on the outside and forced that fumble on the sideline, like these are plays. He's chasing down running backs from the middle to the sideline. Just put him outside. Let him get him there early.
And that
he's too small.
And that
They might, man. We just don't know. Well, that's the best part about everything, man. All 9 of us is talking about stuff we don't know what the hell's gonna go on. I agree with that. But as far as the management, the coaching staff knowing what they did in the second round this year, they screwed the pooch, man. In the second round, I'm sorry.
If you have any question about Baker, look at Baker on the last play of that Kansas City game. And you'll see his deficiencies, like EM said. You'll see how just his decision making. That last play of that Kansas City game where we could have stopped him. You'll see Baker where he's at, where he positioned himself at, how he tried to get through the tackle. It's absolutely horrid.
Hey, all I know is he survived Raekwon McMillan. He survived Raekwon McMillan. He survived Kiko Alonso, and he survived 2 other linebackers as well. I think he's doing something.
Real quick. Hold up. Cam, you got to go, right?
I got to roll. You guys have a blessed weekend.
Love you, brother. Be good. Fins up, Cam.
Be good, bro.
Shout out to Cam from East 32 Dolphins Tailgate. Guys, we're not done just yet. We're going to keep the panel going a little bit longer. I do want to remind everybody to please hit that like button if you have not done so already. Hit it. Way too many people watching. Not enough likes.
Hit it.
Yep. And also donate to the channel. You want to see this channel? We have an amazing panel on right now, right? Help the channel grow. There's a lot of amazing stuff we're trying to do here. Donate, help the channel grow. And also, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch the panel last night, make sure you guys go back and watch the DolFan Chat from the panel last night of the evening edition of Clock Blockers, #DolFan Chat. So make sure you guys go do that. All right, EM, sorry, bro.
No, you're good, bro. But yeah, I just think, he's a little, hopefully, like I said, Brian Flores deserves a lot of credit for the production that he's gotten out of Jerome Baker, but a lot of it's manufactured. A lot of it's relative to the scheme. But in terms of the contract that they paid him, I just don't think you pay a two down, two down linebacker at best. A player that has major deficiencies because they're paying him like the guy in this defense. That's what they're paying him like. They're saying the contract that they gave him. They're saying Jerome Baker, you are our guy in the middle of this. And we saw that. We saw how that approach worked out last year. He was horrible when we tried this experiment at the beginning of the season last year, and we saw how horrible our defense, in particular against the run, started out the first 5 games of the season. When they went to Landon Roberts, who's a more instinctive, more physical player on the interior, you saw the increase in production. So they changed his role last year. They made him basically a sub-package linebacker, but you're going to pay him like he's a 3-down guy? No, I don't see the responsibility in that.
Yeah, who else are you going to pay?
What do you mean?
He wants to know who else are you going to pay?
I told you from jump. Agba should have been a priority in my opinion.
Agba's rotational as well.
The one reason.
No, Agba. What are you talking about rotational? Agba is really you can make a legitimate argument.
He didn't come in and out with Shaq Lawson. He didn't come out with AVG. He didn't come out all the time when even Robert. He was always rotational. You know that.
No, what are you? I'm not understanding what his point is. I don't understand what your point is.
Okay, look, let's put it like this. On third downs, AVG was always on third downs because he was our third down specialist. So Agba wasn't on the field on third down.
No. Agba was on the field. He was on the. Oh yes, he was, bro. Because he was the best edge player that we had last year. What are you talking about?
Shaq Lawson wasn't starting.
No, Shaq Lawson would come off the field.
Yeah, Shaq.
Agba is the center. Really, you can make a legitimate argument. Agba is the centerpiece of this defense, bro. I'm
not arguing that. But as far as the production on the field,
never came off the field. Never.
Bro, if you saw Agba come off the field.
When I'm talking about numbers, I'm not talking about numbers of production-wise from this year as well, because they can go neck and neck. But Baker's been here longer than Agba. We're still trying to figure out if Agba wants to stay here.
We need to know if Agba can do it without elite coverage behind him and 6 other people blitzing with him. Like, I'm not.
We don't even know if he wants to stay here.
He's proven that. I mean, he was what? 4th in pressures, and a lot of that, bro. Come on, I know what the objective of the scheme is, but at the end of the day, you can only blitz so much. So I think Agba, in when he was isolated in one-on-one type situations, he won a lot more often than not. So no, Agba's legit in my opinion. And also, here's the point as well. Agba,
they both got 8 sacks. They both 7 or 8 sacks each.
Here's another point with Emmanuel Agba. Like, everybody wants to print the scheme for his production. Well, go back to the year before when he was in Kansas City. When their scheme, they were in a base 4-3, and they do individualize their pass rushers. He was leading their team in sacks at that point before he got hurt.
Yep.
So now Agba's legit, bro. Agba's legit.
You're right. I mean, he's built. His athleticism says he's that guy, but I can't determine how much you're worth off of just your physique. You did it one year with 2 Pro Bowls.
Now that's legitimate. He's done it. He doesn't have the resume. He doesn't have the consistency because he's got durability issues as well. He's had them since he got drafted, and I'm sure that's why the Dolphins the approach that they're taking with him is they want to see another year of high-end production before they make that type of investment, which is smart on their part. I get it. But Agba is that guy. Make no mistake about it. He's that dude, bro.
How much do you pay him?
I mean, honestly, I want to answer that and say that.
No, I want to know, why didn't you pay him?
Well, that's a damn good question. I mean, and Cap, you're right. Guys, I'm going to remind, if you're not, just so that there's no reverb, put your stuff on mute. And when you guys talk, take yourself off mute. That way I got to do it. What I do want to say, though, is I was upset since day one of us not re-signing Agba, because I think Agba was the most important person for us to re-sign, in my opinion, because I have always had a problem us not paying people that are here. We've had no problem paying people that are outside of the team to bring them in. I've always had a problem with us paying people here. So when the Jerome Baker signing happened, I loved it. for one big reason, honestly, not because Jerome is good, which I think he is, but because I was like, holy cow, we had a player that was productive here, and the team actually signed them to an extension that made that to me was like, that showed me that if you produce here, the team will re-sign you and keep you. I don't remember that in the history of the Dolphins, front office to be able to do that in a very long time. Now, the other thing I will also say is that Agba hasn't been re-signed. There's got to be more to this story that we are not hearing, because Agba deserves every second of a contract extension.
They don't have the money. They don't have the money. That's
bro,
the
you
issue.
got it. I'm telling, but here's the
They still haven't signed three of their draft
not
picks.
re-signing him. The problem
They
by
never
not,
signed Ingram either.
The problem by not re-signing Agba is if he go out and gets 15 or 16 sacks this year, you're paying him $1 million a sack.
He's
You're paying him $1 million a sack.
That's why I wanted to know what would you give him this year?
I mean, I would go to him right now and say, would you take 12 mil?
But he's
not settling for 12.
I know. I'm just saying that's what I would go to him, and then come back and be like, bro, what do you want?
That's my fear that he wants 15, 16, 17 million, and the Dolphins pay him, and it turns out he's not that guy. Like,
I think Agba is underutilized to a huge degree.
I agree.
Because people don't realize he's a primary interior player.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize that he's not a primary edge guy. So you got a player that dominant, that physically gifted. Okay, he's giving you production from an interior standpoint. Okay, who just the nature of the position, they're going to see more consistent double teams than generally you would as a primary edge guy. So why wouldn't you shift him and put him in an edge position where he can impact a passer even more?
Yep.
Which you can see his production even go up even more. So I don't get it. This is one of life's greatest mysteries to me. Why this man is not signed, but hopefully there's a compromise, and hopefully they come together and sign him, because I think Agba, he's just 27 years old. So I think for this defense to be that, where especially you need to prioritize him now that Xavien Howard, apparently is on his way out of town. So,
well, you got to remember, if we get rid of Xavien Howard, that should free up cap space. It should.
You don't trade.
Not if you take on another contract, it won't.
And whose contract are we taking on?
We got a lot of cuts coming.
Don't say that quarterback's name. Don't say it on here.
Hey, look,
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If we want to re-sign Agba, all we really got to do is cut Jakeem Grant.
I think Jakeem Grant should get traded.
Go ahead.
I don't think he should be on this team.
What about DVP?
I've said to trade DVP from the beginning, but everybody keeps telling me no.
I like Devontae Parker. I
want to keep Parker, but if it comes down, if you need his salary to extend Agba and pay other players, well, Parker has to go because of the overall depth we have now.
Grant,
Steven,
DVP, Gaskin.
That could resources, Steven.
No, look. I said Jakeem Grant. I said weeks ago on this channel, Jakeem Grant shouldn't be here week 1. There's no need.
I had somebody argue with me, telling me that Jakeem Grant is a great returner. I'm not paying Jakeem Grant.
You have two other guys that I think can return very, very well: Lynn Bowden and Jalen Waddle.
Hold on. But I'm not paying that man $5 million to return punts. If I just drafted Jalen Waddle,
and see, we're going to disagree on that, because I think it's bullshit that I don't care if I have a top 10 pick. If you can return kicks, return kicks.
Hey, but I think also I think Grant's got concussed twice.
Here's the thing. There's a market for Jakeem. There is a market for him. Trade him.
Yeah, but not on this team.
I think
our receiver core is too deep.
Situationally, you can use Waddle, but bro, why is Lynn Bowden on the team, homie? You know what I mean? He needs to be a return guy, man.
I like
You
Lynn.
getting
I
rid
think
of
Lynn Bowden
there's
would
your
be a good return
Jakeem
guy.
Grant replacement.
Let me. I understand everybody. Let me ask y'all a question. What player on the Miami Dolphins strikes fear in the opposing team? If we're talking about field position, that you got to punt the ball. Lynn Bowden isn't scaring anybody. As much as people are afraid of Waddle getting hurt, Waddle got injured. Let's be clear here, on a kickoff return that was 9 yards deep in the end zone.
Not disrespecting Lynn Bowden, though.
That he should not have returned. Okay? He never got injured on a punt return. He got injured on a kick return that he should not have returned. That's a fact. He should have kneeled the ball. Nick Saban said it. I saw the play. He should have never got injured to begin with. Now, it did happen. But here we go. Lynn Bowden does not scare me if I'm going to pump the ball to Lynn Bowden. You're not going to kick the ball to Jalen Waddle because he's going to make you pay when you kick him the ball. And he's been doing it all his career. Preston Williams, I don't think in college returned punts or kicks. He may have, but not to the degree that Waddle does.
And I thought that somebody made up a good point earlier. I forget who said it. Preston Williams might not even be on this team. So Rashad, I think.
Preston Williams is he's gonna make the team, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna make this team, man. Preston Williams.
Not a guarantee, y'all.
And shout out to the homie TD, bro. You know, TD said something that was factual. Up until the time that he got hurt, he was outperforming Parker, bro.
I love the kid, but them drops and these injuries, like right now he's fifth, maybe sixth.
So, Rashad, what is your saying? The ability. Say it again.
The best ability is availability.
I'm making it.
But you can say that you can say that about our top 5 guys. All of them have
They always hurt. You're
big
right.
stretches of the season. They're all
If you really want to be sincere,
big time and Ghost. Big time and Ghost. You guys have been quiet. You guys want to chime in? Big time.
Mm-hmm.
You there, Big Time?
Yeah, I'm just listening for right now. I'm kind of working at the moment, but yeah.
Occupied.
Ghost, what's up? You want to chime in?
About the receiver, about
anything.
situation?
You guys have been quiet. I want to let you guys in onto the debate.
No, I wanted to make a point about Jerome Baker. The thing with Jerome Baker, like I kind of see his signing as unnecessary because if you added so much depth on the defensive line, right? Let's say you brought in guys like Adam Butler. You brought in John Jenkins. You brought in Jalen Phillips to the draft, right? A versatile guy could play inside, play on the edge, play outside linebacker, right? And you know, you added all these, and then you have Zach Zeiler, you have Andrew Van Ginkel you could put on the edge. Like you made upgrades to your front seven that you could create pressure without blitzing, right? Mm-hmm. So and also you brought in Benardrick McKinney, who the Dolphins are probably planning to use as a strong side linebacker to rush the quarterback. I mean, if you added all this depth in the front seven, guys that can get pressure on the quarterback without using blitz packages, then why did you sign Jerome Baker? Right?
Wasting money.
Because,
listen,
hey,
you put pressure.
Irving,
hold on. Let me finish, guy. Hold on. You put pressure on the quarterback, right? It's gonna help out your secondary. So what's if Jerome Baker? If all he is a blitzing specialist, why'd you resign him?
That's Flores' middle name, bro. That's Flores' middle name. It's Blitz. You know that.
And you know the thing is that like Ball Game and Reason has said that.
How many times do we blitz a game?
Look, listen. Like Reason has said before, Miami's gonna use a lot of 4-man fronts, right? And Reason said they're probably gonna use Christian Wilkins more as like a Lawrence Guy role. They're gonna push probably Adam Butler to more as an edge as well. More to as an end, and probably you could put in John Jenkins as your nose. And they're gonna probably drop Agba as an off, kind of like as an edge rusher, right? As a
hybrid
linebacker on the outside. So with all this going on, again, especially with the bear front, the implementation of the bear front, what I don't get it. Like, what's the use for Jerome Baker? I just don't see.
I just told you, bro. This guy's middle name is Blitz. That's all we do.
But Brandon Jones could come in and give you and do exactly what Jerome Baker has done. Who I think Brandon Jones, I think even though he's a defensive back, that dude's got middle linebacker instincts, in my opinion. He diagnoses extremely well around the line of scrimmage. And I think I've been saying that since day one. I never felt Jerome Baker was going to be on this roster long term. He's just not an ideal team fit. He's not.
Well, you were wrong, EM. You were wrong.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But his, the thing with Baker, they changed his role, which is what I said from day one. Change his role, okay? And they did exactly that the second half of the season last year. But I just don't think I agree with Irving 100%. I don't see that type of investment. It's unwarranted, in my opinion.
Right, and the thing is, here's another thing. Coach Flores comes from that Patriots background. They use a lot of 4-man fronts with 2 linebackers, using the safety kind of like they're probably going to use like Eric Rowe or Brandon Jones more as a sub linebacker.
That big nickel role. That big nickel role.
Right, that big nickel role. So it's like, when you use those packages, all you got to use is McKinney and maybe a guy like, I don't know, Van Ginkel, maybe Van Ginkel or someone like that. So what's that's just another point of why Jerome Baker is, to me, is just a waste, because then you refute. Then there's less money to resign guys like X. There's less money to resign guys like Ogba. It just doesn't make sense to me.
All right, guys, we have a pretty kick-ass panel up here. We're going to stay on for about 35 more minutes. We're going to take you up till noon to the lunchtime hour. We're doing a long show today. So, look, first of all, if you have not hit that like button, go hit it right now. 39 likes, 55 people watching. Number 2, if you guys want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, donate. In fact, what we'll do right now is if you want to ask the panel any question or anybody on the panel a question, donate to the channel and use the super chat and ask your question that way. That way we'll get it in. Use the hashtag DolFan Chat. And the next thing is if you guys like this, each and every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m., the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. Make sure you guys tune in every day. I appreciate you guys, everybody on here. EM, Estefan, Big Time, Ghost, Cap, Rashad, Big John. You guys are awesome. Even though all you were against me this morning, but that's okay. I don't hold it against you guys.
You know what? All we want you to do is stop sleeping in that Homer hat, bro. That's all. That's all we want, bro.
That's what it is. It's love. You guys are saying this because you love me and you want the best for me. That's what it is, right?
We just want you to open your eyes when you see something that doesn't make sense. We want you to understand.
I have glasses. Maybe my glasses need to be clean.
You need a prescription change.
We just need somebody to put in the chat the supplies he's going to need to cover that hole, because you're lying to yourself, and that'll make you want to punch a wall.
Oh wow!
That Josh Rosen number. Oh my gosh, bro! The Josh Rosen trade, bro.
What did he say about Josh Rosen?
I didn't say a damn thing.
When we were talking about maximizing your however you worded it, your resources. Bro, it all started with Josh Rosen, man. That trade a second round pick, bro. How does that not make you want to punch a wall, bro?
No, it started with Christian Wilkins and carried over to Josh Rosen. That's where it started, a 13th overall pick.
The truth hurts. It hurts.
It does. It hurts bad.
Let me ask him a question. I was going to ask him earlier. I never thought Jerome Baker was going to be on the team long-term either. I actually thought that I would have taken the linebacker out of Kentucky. When was he drafted? What number was he taken by Washington?
Jamin Davis?
He was like 18 or something.
Yeah.
Him and McMillan both went in the second round, I think.
He went in the top 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he went high.
I would have.
Jamin Davis?
Take a player. Yeah. If I was going to take a player and it wasn't Jalen Phillips, that's who I would have taken in the first round.
I would say this: if they hadn't signed Bernard McKinney, I was entertaining the thought of selecting a linebacker in the first or second round. But with McKinney here, because I still think, even though they're paying Jerome Baker like he's the centerpiece, I think once training camp gets here and once the regular season gets here, McKinney will be that guy if his health holds up.
Hey, EM,
So,
do you want to see Shaquem Grant?
Griffin?
Or
Shaquem Griffin?
Shaquem
Oh, I'm very intrigued with his athleticism. I said that earlier. I think if they do sign him, I think he'll be a sub package guy. Kind of like he's very similar. He's more athletic than Jerome Baker, but they have very similar skill sets. So I think he can come in and provide that he can take over that Kamu Gruber-Hill role that we saw last year. From him, and he's in Houston right now. But yeah, I'm very intrigued. The athleticism is there.
So you're saying they're kicking themselves in the head right now because they're like, damn, man, we paid Jerome Baker all that money. We could have had this guy to do the same thing.
Could have.
Just dumb
Before
moves.
he comes to he needs to go to Wakanda. And get the
Wakanda forever.
Could have.
Just wait till it's time to pay AVG.
You know what, Rashad? You know what? I want to ask you guys something. Thank you, Rashad. You made me remember a great point. Guys, hit that like button. If you want to ask your questions, donate to the channel. Use the super chat, and you can get your donation in and get your question in through the super chat. If you guys want to ask the panel anything. What do the Dolphins need to do from a front office standpoint to prepare them to make offers for guys that are going to need it in 2 to 3 years? Because I think that's part of the issue, right? If you guys are saying that there's an issue, this is part of the issue, right? We have to be able to set up long-term so that when a player does produce off their rookie contract or a free agent comes in and we sign them to a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal, we have a better job of having cap space in the future for these guys. What type of things need to happen in those, executions to be able to do that? Big John, I'll start with you.
Yeah, let me go real quick so I can take the little one for a second. But the biggest issue they have, and me and EM and Estefan have spoken about it different times, you need to identify your talent beforehand. They have an issue identifying who is worth the money and who isn't. Like we were just talking about, you spent money on Kyle Van Noy, who's your homeboy. You kick that dude out the door, you're still paying $9 million. We're paying about $20 million on money on players that are not on this team. We need to identify who's good, when they're good, be able to. Their problem has always been scouting. I don't understand what they're looking at that we don't see, because they make a pick. We're looking at them and we're falling over, and they're all happy, and it makes no sense because we know they're wrong. I don't know what they're looking at, but they need to identify talent better before they have to pay players. I would not have paid Jerome Baker that amount of money. That's insane to me. I like the guy. He's cool and everything, but I would not have paid Jerome Baker that money. I would have paid X. I would have paid Agba. I would not have paid him that money. He's not worth that money. He does not play well through contact. He gets half of his stats after the play is over, where he's basically jumping. If the guy runs by him, he turns around and he grabs the leg. That's a tackle. No, you didn't stop the guy. He still juked you out of your shoes. He took your jockstrap and he got a first down and you tackled him after. That's the problem. Stats don't say everything. He's a stat stuffer, but they don't impact the game. And his sacks come off a scheme. He doesn't get to the quarterback. He's designed to get to the quarterback because that's all he does well. He's like Gasecki. You have Gasecki. All Gasecki's going to do is catch a pass. He's not going to block. You can't put him at the line of scrimmage. A play fake with Gasecki. If you have Gasecki in the game, they know it's a pass. Even if you play fake. Same thing with Jerome Baker. He's in the game, you know he's going to blitz. He can't cover anybody. My grandmother, who's a statue, can get open on Jerome Baker. I'm being dead ass. It is what it is. So if you see that that's his problem, that's why, Chan was saying that's not a good use of your money.
Rashad.
So what?
What do the Dolphins have to do to prepare themselves to make better contract offers to players in the future and set themselves up for success when it comes to signing guys long term? With a guy like Andrew Van Ginkel, guys like Jalen Waddle, guys like Tua, even down the road, they all be successful. You have to be able to make signings the right way so that you prepare them you prepare your salary cap to be able to take on these contracts?
Right. A lot of y'all might not like this, but I've been feeling this way for about a year now. We're so worried about gaining assets and trading players away before the contract's up or something, trying to get something out of every player. We got to I feel we got to let some people go so we can keep the money on the books, or we are going to have to eventually package these assets that we have with these players to get a solid piece in return. Because all these first-round picks, if all our first-round picks from the last 3 seasons panned out, we would be dead in the water. Like, we'll get them for their rookie contracts and they're gone because we won't be able to afford.
We won't be able to re-sign everybody.
Yeah, you can't sign everyone. Yeah.
Like take the assets and make a splash. That
it's a great point. Great point.
Like how Ian was saying, we could have traded up and got worse. Like that draft did it for me when we traded back, took Noah Igbenogany when we just signed Byron Jones and Nick Needham developed from day one into a solid corner. Like it was a shocker that we even took Byron Jones in free agency, but yet we tripled down and took Noah Igbenogany. I understood, like, yeah, X has injury problems, but
I think that was smart of the Dolphins. I think at the end of the road, it's gonna be a smart move.
It might pan out at the end, but what we needed on the field, we needed O-line. We didn't have a safety. We had 2 corners going to safety with Winfield still on the board. And we had Jonathan Taylor just sitting there at pick 30. Jonathan Taylor at pick 30, who was the third most productive back in the NFL as a rookie.
All right, real quick. I want to stay on this topic real quick before we go off. Cap, go ahead, Cap.
What was the question again?
Oh, see, y'all are killing me. You're killing me, Smalls.
What was it?
Fell asleep.
Yeah, I know, right? Basically, what do the Dolphins need to do so that I'm not saying this again, so everybody better pay attention, damn it. What do the Dolphins need to do to prepare themselves to have contract negotiations with guys like Van Ginkel and Tua and progressive free agents down the road? Because I think one of the things that they haven't done in years past, and maybe even in this regime, I can admit to it, is they set themselves up for failure on when a guy produces and then all of a sudden he asks to go to the bank. Now all of a sudden, like Rashad kind of hit the nail on the head a little bit, I think, by saying you have, and so did Big John, by saying you have to evaluate talent. And it's a gamble. It's a gamble, right? So you're going to gamble on some guys who are going to hit, and some of those are going to hit, and some of those are not. But what do the Dolphins need to do a better job of it?
Well, I mean, if they're allowed to, try to lock these guys down before the even contract negotiations even happen. You know what I mean? Like, if you
how do you pick that? How do you pick who should get what?
You got to see the production throughout the season, mid-season. If you're through like mid-game season, 8 games, and then you already see something with the eye test the past 2 seasons, or you see something now again, don't wait. Do not wait, because somebody else will snatch them up. So
well, I feel like that's been the Dolphins' MO for years.
Is what?
They don't the eye test well, and all of a sudden when it's time for contract negotiations, it's too late. That person wants the world.
That's what I'm saying. That's what needs to change. You need to do it now than later. If you do see the production and you know who your star players are, lock them up, man, because we already know who AVG is. It's not that rocket science. You know what I mean?
Ghost, your thoughts on this? Ghost, you there?
He disappeared.
He went ghost. Big time.
Oh, my bad.
No,
sorry.
Go ahead, Ghost.
How do I answer this question?
I was about to say, if you asked me to ask that question again, I was.
No. I said how I answer this question. No, I don't know, because most of Miami's contracts have been guys. It's been through free agency, and I noticed that it happens to be. And I know you know, to get the guys that you want, you need to overpay, right?
Yep.
Sometimes it's reactionary, like they did with Eric Flowers.
They panic.
They panic, right? They panic, and it's the same thing that happened with with what happened in the second round this year with what was his name? Liam Eichenberg.
Yep.
They could have taken Tevin Jenkins at 36, and what happens? They see a run at tackles, and then they trade up and they give up the number 50th overall pick and a future third. I think that's what San Francisco was asking Miami for Tristan Wirfs. And I don't understand that. I mean, you could have had one of the best young tackles in the league for the same price, and then you trade a guy who's like what? That has the lowest ceiling in the draft. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's not.
You don't get that. You don't understand that. I get you. Big time. Your thoughts?
I mean, I think everybody. I don't want to regurgitate what everybody said. I think everybody's pretty much on point. We played from behind for quite a few years, right? So these issues are not surprising. I think just going forward, I think that the decision making needs to be flawless. I think it's just, the question is, everybody questions why they make these changes, but I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but who are we to sit there and say that they're not making the right choices? Who say that, these guys pan out on our team any better than they are on the other team? I don't know. I'm trying to look at it on both sides. It frustrates me as well, but it's hard to say. They really need to evaluate when they make these type of decisions, as in how much they want to spend per these free agents, and are they really worth the squeeze, because they really put themselves out there by overpaying.
They put themselves in a corner. And the reason I bring this question up for everybody is because I think at the end of the day, they're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And so when we get into these arguments as fans, and I'm going to go to Estefan and EM next, when we get into this argument as fans, we look at that and we say, hey, bro, look, I look at the team and I don't think the front office has been doing their job. I don't think, they shouldn't have paid Jerome Baker, blah, 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 blah. The reality is they're paying Jerome Baker based on, I think they're gambling on him, what they think he's going to be. Right. And so but in the same sentence, some of you guys didn't want to re-sign Baker because you didn't think he was worth the money. But you got, some of you just said in the same breath, hey, look, we have to be able to take some gambles on some guys and pay them, maybe a little overpay them before we know what their true value is going to be. So damned if you do, damned if you don't. And that's why I asked the question. So Estefan, I'll go to you, and then EM, I'll end with you on that.
Yeah, as far as like what you just mentioned with Baker, I don't think it's that, I think they jumped ahead of the gun as far as waiting for him to develop in other areas before they paid him. That's what they should have done. Mm-hmm. Like EM said earlier, they should have waited this year and wait to see if he developed, against the run, that's where he lacks. And in pass coverage, then you pay him. And shout out to Cap, man. Cap hit it right on the head. They got to get ahead of these contracts and forecast. They're the ones that are scouting every day in practice and in games. Mm-hmm. You got to forecast this stuff ahead of time and pay these guys ahead of time, and with their production that they have in practice and in the games, because those guys are consistent. So why not just pay them ahead of time? And one thing they need to do to get this to circulate as like a farm league that's potent and winning is by developing these later round guys and trading those guys and getting higher picks and winning in the draft. That's the cycle that they need to start to create a winning franchise, a continually consistent winning franchise. That's my take.
Damn, Esteban, that's like you reading my mind, bro. It's pretty much exactly what I was going to say. But yeah, I think the biggest issue the Dolphins, since during the Brian Flores and Grier era, they had the issue is forecasting development, in my opinion. Like I go back to the Minka. Somebody brought up the Minka Fitzpatrick situation earlier. I think it was Big John.
That was me.
And I'm in agreement with you 100%. Not just development in terms of the play on the field, but making personnel moves like that. It goes back to Minka Fitzpatrick. You got a player that is one of the more talented players that we've seen come into the league at that position. He had, he was a 11th overall pick, I believe. I think the move to make, if you're Brian Flores, I get the issues and I know how the fan base feels about Minka, but it's all about production. What can you do for me on the field? And the move that should have been made initially, he should have forecasted the Eric Rowe switch as opposed to forcing Minka Fitzpatrick. So if you go back now, if you can go back, 2 years ago, if he makes that move, I mean, you see the level of play we got from Eric Rowe when they made the move, and he was the fallback plan, obviously. But if you got Eric Rowe and Minka Fitzpatrick in his defense, how much better will this defense be? Like forecasting the Andrew Van Ginkel's development, okay? They should have forecasted that before the season. Kyle Van Noy there was no need to make that type of investment in terms of free agency dollars in that player because you cut him the very next year. And you got better production out of Andrew Van Ginkel at that position in that role. So I think what the biggest issue moving forward is now and moving forward is the forecasting, not only development of players on the field, but these moves off the field, positional changes or whatnot. So hopefully that gets better. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it gets better or whatnot. But I think that's the biggest issue that is plaguing this, organization right now, because that puts you in a situation where you have to you got to get irresponsible and panic and make moves, i.e. the Eric Flowers move. You had Solomon Kinley sitting right there. You could have you drafted him, right? You drafted him. There was no need to make that type of investment in Eric Flowers because Kinley turned out to be the better player. So that's, in my opinion, what they need to get better at, because if you get better in those areas, then you are in a situation when you're maximizing what you have available to you in terms of resources.
All right, guys, this is Miami Sports Music's #1 fan morning show. I'm talking about clock blockers. We got about 15 minutes left on the day. I obviously want to get everybody in here a couple more times before we get out of here. Guys, what I want everybody to do right now is, if you have not done so already, hit that like button. The other thing, donate to the channel. As a matter of fact, we're going to do two things right now. If everybody donated $1, you'd help the channel grow. So just donate $1. Donate the $1, help the channel grow. Let's go. We have a lot of amazing content we're trying to do here, so let's make it happen. Or you guys can do your area code donations. So whatever area code you're from, if you're from the 305, $3.05. If you're from the 805, the 806, the 860, the 909, the 212, the 210, 410, it don't matter. Area code donations are cool too. So let's go ahead. Let's help the channel grow. Do it that way. All right, last thing. DolFan. What is the last thing you want the panel to talk about today? I'll let you choose the last topic.
Damn, Steven.
I'm trying.
The last topic, man.
Last topic. And I want you to make it controversial. But you have one thing you can't talk about. There's no more Deshaun Watson talk on this damn channel. So
damn, really?
Nope,
Really?
Not doing that no more.
All right, I hear you.
Can I ask a quick question before you
go ahead.
I want to ask everybody this question and let everybody answer, and then you can let EM pick the last topic.
So we'll let EM think, and you ask this question. That's how we'll do it.
Okay, we'll do that. That works too. I just want to see what they tell me. I want people to think about this real quick. I said the other day I thought Flores was on the hot seat. Everybody tells me I'm nuts. I'm going to ask you a question. Another reason why I said it. He's done nothing but bring in Patriot players, right, since he's been here. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Besides Landon Roberts, before he got hurt, name to me a Patriot player he brought in that actually worked out. There is none.
Eric Rowe.
Besides him, he was a safety.
But you just said besides Landon Roberts, we said Eric Rowe. There's two.
Okay, Eric Rowe. But he's been the only one besides Landon Roberts to do anything. The rest of them, two. The rest, all the other ones he brings in that he tries, they failed. We're going to see what he does now. Look, he brought in Butler. They might get Sony Michel if he doesn't get cut. But that's his problem. You're not picking players when you need to, and then you're there trying to fill stop gaps. And we continue with the same circle.
You good, John?
Big John? Anybody could take this question from Big John. Go ahead, Cap.
Well, I think more it's based upon the players that are being picked up. You have to put that more into account of being personnel based. So you can't account Chris Grier not being involved with those comments that you're inquiring about. You have to put 1 and 1 when it comes to that, because those players, Flores, he might have his input, but at the end of the day, the money wise and the numbers games are all Chris. We all know that. Now, as far as like being a coach wise, we all know that he's done his part as far as, coming to the Super Bowl, winning a Super Bowl game when it came to his defensive scheme against the Rams. Not only once, but twice, to the point where that coach has mimicked gameplay from Flores' special team plays, trick plays. That guy has even said that he's mimicked plays from Flores. That's how much respect this guy has for Flores as far as being a coach. Now, as far as his personnel, that's the question mark everybody has here. They keep coming in and out and in and out. We need to have a consistent basis when it comes to our front office being coach-based, offensive line, offensive coordinator. That, for me, is a big question mark.
That's what I'm saying. The merry-go-round has to end. That's my point. If you want to get to where we want to get to, this whole plug and stop and plug and go, it has to stop. You got to pick players, let them develop, pick the right player, not double down on other players like me and Ian have been saying, and you wouldn't have these issues. We just mentioned like 5 or 6 different contracts that they should not have handed out that would have made this X situation completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. It wouldn't even be an issue. You want more money? Here, we got $50 million we can give you. I'm not saying that's a number, but we have money here we can give you. You want to go out and sign the center?
Is that Chris Grier? Is that Chris Grier or is that Flores?
The bottom line is that's why I said they were on the hot seat, in my opinion. It doesn't matter who it is. They're 2 African-American coaches. They're not white. We all know that they don't get that kind of cachet, that kind of time, unfortunately.
They don't.
I think that's what brought up everything else.
I got to give you a little bit of pushback, though, because I've heard that narrative about the African-American coach thing. Bro, that's been a track record of the Miami Dolphins organization, bro. Look at how many coaches we've gone through. And I mean, I just got to put that out. I know that narrative is out there, but it's also a part of our franchise, bro. We've gone through so many coaches, man. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's a hypothetical though, still, because they're here, bro. You know what I mean? I don't see them as being on the hot seat. But that's just me, you know.
I'll say this. A lot of what Big John said, it's going to be tied to this we're talking about lower narrative. Do I think they're on the hot seat now? No, that seat is not hot. But I do think from the perspective of, again, that was just a, a couple of weeks ago, me and Reason did that show about maximizing resources. That we have been talking about that months prior to that show. It's just a gut feeling that I had and he had as well. I talked about that with Estefan privately as well. But it's not like they're on the hot seat. But you have to put yourself in Stephen Ross's situation. If you look at what was given to this front office, unprecedented amount of resources, cap dollars, draft capital. And to this point, the moves that they made, there are definitely a lot of question marks relative to the players they picked to what was available. So again, I don't think that seat is hot, but it's warm from that perspective. Now, all it's going to take for that seat to be lit on fire is a year that we don't meet expectations. And this goes into my point to the panel. The question I have to the panel. If Xavien Howard is not on this,
this is This is the last topic, right?
Yeah. So this is my question: if Xavien Howard is not on this roster, how confident are you in this team reaching the goals and reaching the expectation that we all have for him?
Say it one more time.
If Xavien Howard is not on this roster anymore, how confident are you that this team will meet expectations?
All right, that's everybody gets one final say, and then you can say your goodbyes because I'm gonna kick you off out of here one by one. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. All right, Estefan, you're first.
Oh man, I ain't ready. I'll go last.
I'm like, okay, fine.
I'll go next to last because I know EM's gonna kill it. So I'll go next to last. I'm in the middle of something real quick though.
Big time.
Yeah. So real quick, I just want to say, I appreciate being up here with you fellas. I mean, I'm just trying to learn more and more each day. So I can't really hang with you all that way. So
yes, you can. You're good.
The only way you can do is by learning. But
yes, you can.
With the Xavien Howard thing, I think we'll be fine. As I probably quote like a ball game, I think that as long as we're putting players in the right position and the players that we have right now, I think that it will benefit us in the long run, and I think we'll see the progression. I just don't. X is a tremendous player, but I also believe that he puts us in some, awkward situations. That's what a ball hog does, right? But I don't know. I'm not really. What I'm saying is not really coming out the way I want to. But I think we'll be fine. At the end of the day, short and sweet, I think we'll be fine.
Hey, big time, man. Where can people find you on social media? Do you have Twitter or anything?
Oh man, I don't get on Facebook anymore. There's so much bullshit going on there. I just hang out here. Sometimes I'm on in some places, but I'm really not. I'm not anywhere.
Well, big time, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man. And just so you know, you can hang with the big dogs, man. When you talk, you're very clear. You're very precise. You know your shit. Like, you are welcome on my channel anytime, brother. And I love you coming on.
All right, I appreciate it, fellas. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.
See you later, big time. All right, Ghost, your turn.
The thing I want to end on is key to the season is that we got to win the battle of the trenches on both sides of the ball. If we can win on the defensive side by putting pressure on the quarterback, forcing him to make bad throws, it can help our secondary by getting some easy turnovers or pass breakups. On the offensive side of the ball, we need our offensive line to hold up so we can get the running game going, because without the running game, there is no RPO, there is no play action, and it's going to put more pressure on Tua if you don't win that battle of the trenches. And of course, you need to give your young quarterback time to throw so he can get to his targets. And if you could do that, I think you're going to have a very successful season, especially for this offense. So that's all I got to say.
Hey, Ghost, do you have an Instagram or Twitter you want to promote?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at IrvAntiWar76.
Put that in the chat when you get off here, so that way people can see.
Yeah,
but yeah, bro.
IrvAntiWar76. There you go.
Thank you for coming on, bro. I always love when you come on, man, and you're a big part of this.
Salute, homie.
Know that.
For sure. Thank you.
No problem,
Salute,
man. Be good. All right, next, we're going to have I'm going to bring Rashad in. Rashad.
Yo.
Hey, man. The floor is yours, my friend.
All right. So if the question was if we lose Xavien Howard, right?
What are the expectations of this team?
My expectations would be for Noah to step up, put on his big boy draws, and strap in, get ready. Because if he doesn't, I see us running the same scheme that we did last year, a bunch of blitzing. I'm not against it. I like it a lot. That's my scheme in Madden. But eventually these things they're predictable. And they find ways to beat the same way that the Wildcat eventually got stopped. You find ways to stop these things. You can't continuously do it over and over and over. And I see if it's just Noah out there on the island, God willing, he steps his game up. But
you're not sold on it.
Yeah, from what I seen last year, I mean, I wasn't upset with his coverage. Besides the Seattle game, he was guarding Stephon Diggs. Like, what more did you want from him? Like, he was there, but he just got obliterated. Like, he didn't give up a touchdown. But
hey, man, hey, I hear you. I hear you. Hey, do you have a Twitter or Instagram you want to promote?
I mean, if I'm speaking Dolphins, it's on Twitter. So if y'all want to follow me there at Shad the Prince, SHAD, or I can put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat, Shad the Prince. Hey, man, I want you to call again. I love having you on, bro.
Yeah, for sure will. I got COVID right now.
Man, come on, bro. You good?
Yeah, I'm good now. The beginning was horrible. I think I got it July 4th weekend. It was horrible. But
hey, as long as you're good, man, because I need you on the show, bro.
Yeah, I'm normally at work I'm on the West Coast, so I'm normally at work at like 4:00 in the morning, and I'm always just listening, like just there, just listening with my headphones in.
Well, I appreciate the love, man, and sign up to become a member if you're not already a member, man. Come on, man, support the channel, and make sure you hit and tell everybody and share it, man. Tell everybody, all your Dolphin family, what the deal is.
Yeah,
you're the man, brother. I appreciate it. I hope you feel better. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Have a good one.
Yep.
All righty, and then there were 5. Cap for life. The floor is yours.
Yeah, man, that's a deep question, man. For me, I'm going to have to piggyback off of what Rashad just said as far as with the defense, man. It just, it's going to come to that point where things are going to balance out. You're going to have to change it up. If Fex isn't here, man, you got to play to that mode that Flo knows what to do, man. He can hybrid this game and turn it from a man-to-man press that he used to have with X and just turn it to a 4-3 front and just, we can play out zone 2 as well. We got the front to do it as well. The pressure's coming from the front now more than ever with the guys we drafted. You cannot argue that. So as far as with the offense, you just got to switch it up, man. It's going to have to get to that point where you got to eat the clock and just put the pressure off of Tua with that running game. I do agree with Urban on that. We got to, even though the offensive line is that question, we're going to get our answers this year.
I agree, man. Cap, where can people find you on social media?
Nowhere, bro.
But they can find you up here in the chat box all day, every day.
Y'all be good, man. Love y'all, man.
Love you
Salute,
too, brother.
bro.
Be good.
Salute, Cap. Be good, bro.
And then there were 4. All right, Big John, the floor is yours, my friend.
You're enjoying this countdown, huh?
I love it, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man, I told you this, man. I try to do things a little different on my channel, but I try to give, it's all about you, the fans, man. You know that.
Well, I'm sorry to be the pessimist. If everybody expects Noah Benogany to be great, I'm sorry, I wouldn't hold my breath right die. That's just me. See, here's why I'm upset, and we talked a little bit about it, but I didn't really get into it. Imagine if with that pick, instead of taking Benogany, you would have taken a running back. That means this year you would have been able to take a corner, one of the top 3 corners, and if we didn't have X, but we had Surtain or one of the other corners, I wouldn't feel so bad. Now, I don't think Benogany starts if X isn't here. I think McCourty's going to start. There's another New England guy, and that's what he was brought in for, and I think we'll be fine momentarily. But that's another stopgap. That's going to be another question the following season. What do they do? How do we plug it if that's the route they're going to go? I don't – if X is here, I think we win probably 3 less games. So if we're saying we can go 12-5.
Wow, you think his wins above replacement is 3 games?
10 interceptions, man. You know how many football is a game based on momentum and time possession. How many more possessions did he give us Even though we only scored on 3 or 4 of those possessions, which is ridiculous that we couldn't score, only I think he gave us like 26 extra points or something like that. But it's a game based on its momentum. And there's 60 minutes. It doesn't change. There are extra possessions that we get the ball. I think he's worth about 3 wins, and I think he knows it. And that's the issue we put ourselves in by doubling down on Igbenogany. Because if we would have taken a running back, he wouldn't be pissed off right now. He probably would be signed to a longer contract.
That's a good point.
I would rip up his contract, give him a 2-year deal, and start the money next season, or give him some kind of bonus and start the money next year, because he doesn't realize it, but it's true. COVID did hamstring us in the amount of money. If next year it's going to explode. I would try to see if I can work something out with him, but if I can't, he's got to go. And if he goes, it's going to suck. Because when you're playing KC and you're playing Green Bay or whoever you play, Tampa Bay, you have to be able to shut down those guys. They have receivers and they can get open. I mean, the third best receiver on Tampa Bay is Antonio Brown, for crying out loud.
And you hit the nail on the head, bro.
That's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
What's going to happen if you got Byron Jones on Evans, you have McCourty on the other guy, I forgot his name right now, and then you have Antonio Brown being covered by Igbenogany all game. Tampa Bay is going to go, so they're going to score 56 points. I guarantee you. It's going to be horrible. So
I don't think a lot, Big John, I don't think our fan base realizes that, bro. They, TD and I had this conversation on his show last week, and I was amazed at how so many of our fan base, they don't realize how valuable this kid is, bro. And especially with all the uncertainty, with the pass, with the organic pass rush, with the run defense, with the running game, with the quarterback. So much uncertainty that we don't know about, but you want to get rid of and play around and try to get cute with the most sure thing you have on your roster. That it clearly impacts the game more than any player on this roster. It makes no sense. No,
I don't think they understand it because they do not understand scheme. So when they don't realize that he's going one-on-one and that the receivers in the NFL could run by all of us in real life, okay, and that he's doing it he's basically butt booty naked out there by himself.
Booty
on
naked.
One side of the field. He basically is. He's by himself. Okay, he's literally on Howard Boulevard by himself, or Howard Island, or whatever you want to call it. If they understood scheme, they would understand that, but they don't understand that. They don't see it. They watch the game. All they're looking for is the football. They don't look at the player movement or the fact that Byron Jones has 3 guys helping him on one side and Xavien's by himself on the other side. So they think anybody can do what Xavien does. Now, here's my question. What are we going to think about the money we spent on Byron Jones if Xavien Howard isn't here and the scheme has to be switched to the other side to where now he's going to be by himself, butt booty naked? Okay. That's going to be the problem.
And he's going to have to earn his $16 million this year. We're going to find out real quick. We're going to find out real quick how good Byron Jones can be.
You're going to be on Xavien Howard's house looking at him. He's going to be watching the game prime time saying, all right, Byron, let's see if you can do what I did. And it's not easy. If not, every corner would do it. If it was easy and you can get 10 picks a season or 22 in 33 games or whatever ridiculous number that is, everybody would be doing it.
But it's not easy. It's hard. It's
not.
Difficult.
That's why I said that at least 3 games. Look, if he doesn't pick off that pass against San Diego, we might not be San Diego. That's just one game.
I agree. So, real quick, I want to remind everybody, hit that like button if you haven't done so already, but also donate to the channel. Even $1, just like my man Irving donated, goes to help the channel grow. Chris Johnson with the 99-cent donation, or you guys can do your area code donations, right? If you live in the 305, donate $3.05. If you live in the 809, donate $8.09. Whatever it is, donate to the channel, help the channel grow. Big John, bro, where can they find you on social media at, big homie?
Big John Stud 007, or just follow EM. I send the messages all the time.
I love you, brother, man. Thank you so much,
right,
man.
guys.
I told you,
Salute,
I told you, bro. This show's so much better with you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah, my
Big
situation.
John.
Yo,
Big John. Send me a message, bro. I want to holler at you about
I got
something.
you.
All right.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
Don't forget you owe me a conversation, homie. I'm waiting on
I do owe you a conversation. I do.
I heard something you said yesterday. I'm gonna make you understand why sometimes you think it's that bad, and when you look at it for what it really is, it isn't that bad. I know you're gonna fall. Bad. When I tell you you're gonna fall out of your seat, remember I said that because it doesn't. things aren't always what they appear. Trust me. Well, you're gonna see. So we'll see what happens.
I love you, brother.
All right, that's the thing. Keep you doing this, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
That's what's up, Big John.
And then there were 3.
Big John came with that fire, bro. I don't know if I can follow that. That deserves another 30-minute segment, bro.
I know, me too, bro. I don't know if I can follow that, bro.
You know, and I just want to add, man, what Ian wants, Ian gets. If he wants to talk to Deshaun Watson, then he gets Deshaun Watson. It's Deshaun Watson or nothing, baby. It's Deshaun Watson or nothing, baby.
Go. It's been real. Thank you.
Let me clear up something real quick about me, Ian, wanting Deshaun Watson. No, I don't necessarily want Deshaun Watson. I want elevated to elite play at that position. That's what I want more than anything. I don't care what it looks like. It could be Tua, it could be Deshaun, it could be Aaron Rodgers, it could be my neighbor down the street. I don't give a damn. I want elite play, bro.
Let me know if your neighbor down the street can play, please. All right, Estefan, the floor is yours. And remind people, too, to hit that like button and donate and subscribe and all that while you're doing it. You're good at that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Y'all hit the like. If you're butt booty naked, like Big John said, run over and hit that like button on your phone, on your computer, your laptop, whatever you got to do. And subscribe to the channel, man. That way this thing can grow. We can get some of these players that are currently on the roster in and to do some interviews. You know what I mean? That's what's up. But yeah, man, as far as this question goes, I think this is an obvious and an emphatic no. I don't feel as good about our chances of going to a Super Bowl without X, to be honest with you, because, you know, he's the second best cornerback on the team. The first would be Byron Jones. That's the brains of the operation. He's the more cerebral player, and he's the guy that will spread throughout the team, his mentality. I feel like he is one of those important veteran players that you got to have on the team. I'm not saying X is selfish, but I just don't think he would have the same effects that if you had to choose between one or the other. But both of them complement each other. You know what I mean? It's like peanut butter. It's like
you're breaking up, Estefan. Estefan, come on. You're closing out the show. You're killing me, Smalls. I'm going to give you another chance. Come on now, big guy. You got this. Your internet's got this. I think I can.
He must be in a bad spot.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Can you hear me now?
There you go, bro.
Yeah. I was just saying, man, Byron and X is like peanut butter and jelly, bro. You can't have one without the other. It's like on Thanksgiving, you got to have the pecan and the pumpkin. The correct answer for what pie is your favorite on Thanksgiving is both. You know what I mean?
Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday as a fat man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, no, I don't feel as comfortable, but I'm like Lloyd on Dumb Dumber right now. So you're saying there's a chance. There is a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. I love it.
There's a chance that if we can get these teams on 3rd and long, Iggy has a chance to develop. You know what I mean? If we can get a good pass rush, you know what I mean? We're going to shore up the middle, bro. You know what I mean? That's going to open up some of these guys on the outside to generate a better pass rush, in my opinion. So we do have a chance to continue to be a good defense, but I don't feel as comfortable saying that, we got a chance to go to the Super Bowl without X. That'd be an emphatic no. I don't. I'm sorry, but it sucks to say that, but it'd be a hypothetical to say that I felt that we have a chance to go to the Super Bowl without X, man. So that's where I'm at.
Definitely. Hey, Estefan, where can people find you on social media? And tell them one more time to hit that like button and donate.
you can catch me on all these Dolphin platforms. That's where you can catch me. And maybe I'll think about opening a social media because I didn't know I had haters like that, bro. I just want to.
Welcome to my world. Welcome
to my life, Yost.
I just got to say something. I mentioned something about these haters' moms earlier, and I just want to say I want to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Absolutely nobody.
I heard that Conor
Thank you,
McGregor.
Estefan. You just made my day. Quoting
my
the great
God, that's
Conor
funny,
McGregor. I
man.
love it. I love it. All right,
That's
Estefan, I
funny.
love you, bro. Be good. All right, EM. It's just me and you. It's just me and you, big homie.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on this morning, bro.
Yeah, this was fun. This was a really good morning show.
Absolutely, man. It was good to engage, with the panel members, man. A lot of good insight this morning. But I will say, though, I've been consistent. If Xavien Howard is not in-house, he's not on this defense, he's not on this team. As we're sitting here now, we're sitting discussing this, talking about this issue now, I have major concerns because I've highlighted on other platforms that, obviously if you don't have Xavien Howard and you don't have somebody that's competent that can come in and do some of the things that Xavien Howard can do, schematically, it compromises everything you want to do as a coach. And no coach, I get what Ball Game's argument is. Well, all you have to do is, roll coverage and provide help to whoever's playing in Xavien Howard's position. But no coach wants to do that. No coach wants to do that. They want philosophically, they want to do what they do, and they don't want to deviate from that often. So, but if you have a player that's not up to speed, of course, anybody that they have in that position is not going to give you the production Xavien Howard does. So again, it compromises everything, and it adds additional pressure where the run defense has to get better. And I know in theory it has to, but you're putting pressure on the organic pass rush, additional pressure on the running game. With the absence of Xavien Howard, every other aspect of your defense has to improve. Now, I know in theory that's the objective, but it's pressure. And if you're from a coaching perspective, you don't want to be in a situation where you're adding additional pressure to other aspects of your team. And we hadn't even touched the offense yet. No run game. We don't know. There's question marks around Tua, question marks around the O-line, question marks in the running back room. So question marks from a durability standpoint with the wide receivers. So it's so many unknowns, so much uncertainty, but yet you're going to get rid of the most certain player that you have on your team. I have major concerns. Hopefully, again, this doesn't come to fruition. Hopefully, Noah Igbenogany is further along in his development. Hopefully, with the players that we brought in, the pass rush from an organic standpoint improves. Hopefully, the run game improves. And this is just a moot conversation. But at the end of the day, as we're sitting here right now, I have big concerns if Xavien Howard is not in-house, especially going into New England.
Hey, real quick, man. I got to bring this up. So this is a photo shot of Shaquem Griffin's Instagram. Look at it.
Oh, really?
Has not been officially given yet, but if you look right there, it says linebacker for the Miami Dolphins, Shaquem Griffin, on his Instagram.
Wow.
So it looks that's official enough for me to say it. It's looking like Shaquem Griffin is going to be the newest linebacker on the Miami Dolphins. And you know what? I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. I'm stoked about it.
Immediately, if this is true, he's immediately the most athletic player on our front seven, bro. His athleticism is off the charts. So I'm just intrigued. I'm intrigued by the athleticism, but I'm curious as to what role he's going to provide, for this team. So, but the athleticism is off the charts. I see why there was intrigue from the Dolphins standpoint. And, hopefully that turns out to be accurate, bro. And he's in-house.
I'm sitting here breaking news on Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, baby.
That's what's up.
This is a big deal. This is a big deal if this is real, man. Shaquem Griffin on his Instagram bio looking like he put linebacker for the Miami Dolphins. So it looks like, the Dolphins haven't announced anything yet. But if he put that on his Instagram, I'm going to take it for what it's worth and take it to the bank and that he signed a contract.
Now that damn Jerome Baker contract is definitely a waste.
Oh, please.
Definitely a waste, bro.
My
You
guy.
can do everything Jerome Baker does, and he's twice to 3 times the athlete Jerome Baker is.
I love you.
He just don't have a hand, but he just don't have his left or right hand. But he's shown to this point it hadn't hampered his him as a player in this league. So, bro, watch. It made no sense now.
That's
so,
a big deal. That's
whatever.
a big deal, man. I'm excited about that. All right, EM, tell people where they can find you. And bro, you still haven't gotten with me. You need to hit me up outside of here so that we can talk about this gaming stuff.
I got you, man. I got you, bro.
Don't forget, bro. Like, I want to set this thing up before the season starts.
Okay, that's what's up. Everybody knows where they can find me at Ian Dolphin Fan on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram as well. So man, I appreciate you having me on, bro. And I'll hit you up real soon, bro. For real.
All right, man. Don't forget. I love you, EM. Be good, bro.
All right. Be good, bro.
Yep. All right, guys. That is our morning show today, man. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a really, really good time. Bro, this is huge. The network, the life, the culture we're creating here. Today is #Spread Kindness Fridays. I usually try to have anybody who's on give an act of kindness that they've done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of give a little, what I want is for everybody to obviously spread their own act of kindness, right? I love the Miami Dolphins fan base. I think there's so much negativity and division in this world for many different reasons, but I love the fan base and I love everybody who's in the fan base and even people I might have beef with or not have beef with or whatever. It's all about spreading kindness, positivity, and love. And it's about the understanding that we all are we root for the same team. We love the same team. I've never met EM a day in my life in person, but I would do anything for EM. I've never met Cap for Life in person. I would do anything for Cap for Life. Everybody here, like AB, Cap for Life, Big John, AB, Duke, all the way, Rashad, all you guys, Irving. It's amazing, and you guys are all amazing. So I want you guys to understand, please support the channel. I want to be able to spread kindness, positivity, and love more. Okay, so make sure you guys donate to the channel if you are able to. It really helps. It goes such a long way. I'm telling you, it's a big thing when you guys donate to the channel. Also, like and share the content. Just because I'll answer the question, Estefan. Just because if you can't donate, share. Just because the show's about to be over, you guys can still share this. Okay, you guys can still share this moving forward. And say all weekend, hey man, the Friday show was lit. It was such a great show. I want to see this thing getting shared all over social media this weekend. So make sure you guys do that. It is awesome. It's big time. So make sure you guys do that. Ben Francisco said we just signed Shaquem, baby. Yeah, I just broke it right here on Miami Sports Music's #1 morning show. Clock Blockers. Shaquem Griffin on his Instagram bio put that he is a Miami Dolphin. So it's looking like this is going to happen. Ian Rappaport 6 minutes ago. Here, I'll share this. The Dolphins are signing ex-Seahawks Shaquem Griffin to a 1-year deal. Some linebacking depth and special teams. Awesome. So that's it right there, guys. That is it right there. As far as I'm not even going to give my 2 cents worth on X. Y'all know how I feel about X. I talked about him last night. You want to hear how I feel about X? Go listen to last night's episode of DolFan Chat. I want to see last night's roundtable and this morning's show. I want you guys to go back and watch that if you haven't done so already. It's awesome. It is official. It was just promoted. It was just said. It's official. Shaquem Griffin is a Miami Dolphin, according to Ian Rappaport and according to Shaquem Griffin's Instagram. All right. Estefan says, okay, hit that, spread kindness, hit that like, and don't forget to answer the X question. I'm not answering it. You can, if you want my answer, you go back and listen to the show last night. I'm just saying, Estefan. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Please donate. If you guys are watching right now, obviously Super Chat is only up for a little while. You guys can donate through Cash App or PayPal. Okay. MSM Podcast Network. As a matter of fact, let me take this thing off right here. MSM Podcast Network. Okay. You guys can do that any which way and donate however you want to donate, whether it's through PayPal or Cash App. Make sure you guys go do that. It's a big deal when you guys do that. As a matter of fact, I will put that in here, the Cash App. That's the wrong one. That is the wrong one. Let me go into this because it is big. Sorry, guys. My voice is a little hoarse. I'm exhausted between last night and this morning, let me tell you. All right. Cash App. Man. Here we go. And settings. Here we go. Put that right in here. Paste. There we go. You guys can use the Cash App if you want to donate right there. And you can donate right to the channel through using Cash App. If you guys also want to do PayPal, you can do PayPal too. All right. I love you guys. Y'all be good. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And right back here on Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Again, if you can donate, help the channel grow. It's big time. Shaquem Griffin is a Miami Dolphin. That is official now, being promoted by NFL Network as well as Shaquem Griffin's Instagram. So that's in the bag. So, guys, enjoy. Make sure you guys go watch the show that we did last night, the DolFan Chat Roundtable. Make sure you guys go back and listen to today's show. And also, we got a lot of other amazing content. Be on the lookout for hopefully next week or the week after the new Fire in Ice Combat Sports podcast hosted by Angel Ortiz. And then we got a couple things that are running around our YouTube page. What Would Shula Do's episode 11, X's and O trade rumors. Bad Bruno and Solo D, DolFan Chat. Really, really good. Sit down with them. That's amazing. And then obviously the Freak Show episode 1. You guys can do that. And then, hey, if you speak a little Espanol, Hellfins, a Spanish-speaking podcast about the Miami Dolphins. Make sure you guys go check that out. Y'all be good. Steven loves and wants to keep X. I do love and want to keep X, AB. You are correct. And AB says, spread kindness, positivity, and love. Guys, today, if you are listening right now, I want you to go spread an act of kindness, positivity, or love. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. If you want to go change somebody's life today, a hug, a text to somebody, call somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Spread an act of kindness, positivity, or love. Pay for somebody's lunch through the drive-thru behind you. Whatever it is. Just, yeah, make sure you guys do that. All right? I love you guys. Y'all be good. Fins up. Have fun. We'll see you on Monday morning. Peace.